Great vibes on 10. The Truth Seeker anthem.
Yeah, yeah, you know what time it is. Turn it up.
Great vibes. Great vibes.
Great vibes on 10.
Great vibes.
Great vibes. Walk in the room and the energy changes. Big personality, never basic. Confidence high, always bringing the fun. When he shows up, the party's begun. Mr. Clean Shining, yeah, you know the name. Bald head glowing like a Hall of Fame. He rolls his eyes every time that we say it, but deep down inside, we know he'll never trade it. Rub that shiny dome, make a wish, that's a scene. Everybody laughing, what's up, Mr. Clean? They call him a genie, yeah, that's routine. One little rub and you live in the dream. Then out of nowhere, surprise disguise. 2P comes out and the whole room cries. New look loading, what's next today? You never know what he's gonna display. 3 different headphones, always prepared. Different vibes for every moment shared. Music, research, or something brand new. He's got a setup for whatever he'll do.
Great vibes on 10.
Let the whole world know. Bring that energy everywhere we'll go.
Great vibes on 10.
Turn it up again. That's the kind of vibe you can't pretend.
Great vibes on 10.
Say it loud, say it proud. Bring the truth and bring the crowd.
Vibes on 10.
From beginning to end, hit that replay, run it again. Always got questions, always digging deep. Looking for answers that others might keep. Not just the headlines, not just the noise. Searching for facts with a curious voice. Connecting the dots, putting pieces in place. Taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight. Searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way. Bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time. Looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when that moment arrives. The room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through. The phrase that nobody else can do. I know you fucking lie. Stretched out with style, the way he says it makes everybody smile. Can't copy the sound, can't copy the tone. That's the signature, that's all his own. Who brings the vibes?
Great vibes.
Hey, vibes. What number?
Great vibes.
10. Who wants the truth?
Great truth.
Turn it up.
Great vibes. Great vibes on 10.
Let the whole world know. Truth, laughs, and energy everywhere we go.
Great vibes on 10.
We're here to win. Bring the questions and dive right in. From the shiny head to the headphone stack. From the facts to research to the phone we bring back.
Great vibes on 10.
Up forever our friend. Turn it up loud and run it. Great vibes on 10. We know he'll never trade it. Rub that shiny dome, make a wish, that's a scene. Everybody laughing, what's up, Mr. Clean? They call him a genie, yeah, that's routine. One little rub and you live in the dream. Then out of nowhere, surprise disguise. 2P comes out and the whole room cries. New look loading, what's next today? You never know what he's gonna display. 3 different headphones, always prepared. Different vibes for every moment shared. Music, research, or something brand new. He's got a setup for whatever he'll do.
Great vibes on 10.
Let the whole world know. Bring that energy everywhere we'll go.
Great vibes on 10.
Turn it up again. That's the kind of vibe you can't pretend.
Great vibes on 10.
Say it loud, say it proud. Bring the truth and bring the crowd.
Vibes on 10.
From beginning to end, hit that replay, run it again. Always got questions, always digging deep. Looking for answers that others might keep. Not just the headlines, not just the noise. Searching for facts with a curious voice. Connecting the dots, putting pieces in place. Taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight. Searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way. Bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time. Looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when that moment arrives. The room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through. The phrase that nobody else can do. I know you fucking lie. Stretched out with style, the way he says it makes everybody smile. Can't copy the sound, can't copy the tone. That's the signature, that's all his own. Who brings the vibes?
Great vibes.
Hey, vibes. What number?
Great vibes.
10. Who wants the truth? Searching for facts with a curious voice. Connecting the dots, putting pieces in place. Taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight. Searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way. Bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time. Looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when that moment arrives. The room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through. The phrase that nobody else can do. I know you fucking lie. Stretched out with style, the way he says it makes everybody smile. Can't copy the sound, can't copy the tone. That's a signature, that's all his own. Who brings the vibes?
Great vibes.
Hey, vibes. What number?
Great vibes.
And who wants the truth?
We through.
Turn it up.
Let's go, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's get those lights up. Let's share the live stream out.
Let the
Y'all,
whole
let's get it, y'all.
world
Thank y'all so much for
Truth,
being here.
laughs, and energy everywhere we go.
Great vibes on 10.
We're here to win. Bring the questions and dive right in. From the shiny head to the headphones stack. From the facts to research to the phone we bring back.
Great vibes on 10.
Up forever our friends. Turn it up loud and run it. Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. Truth never quits, and neither do we.
Y'all, how y'all doing? Again, good to see y'all on this.
Together, together, together we are TikTok work bus.
The fuck was that? The fuck was that? I should expect your ass to throw some shit like that. Texas, babe. Listen, everybody, thank y'all so much for being here. Good to see y'all on tonight's live. Y'all, all I can say is wow. Wow. Now, we're not live on Rumble and also Kick or Twitch. Is again, I'm still working some kinks out of the system. So we're live only on TikTok and also YouTube. All right. All the other channels, uh, the coding is different. Okay. Um, so right now I've been messaging one of the support representatives from Windows 11 to help out, get this to get these channels up and running. However, again, thank y'all so much for being here. Um, it's good to see y'all coming in, man, with the love, the support, and I want to thank y'all, everybody that's been supporting me for years, months, years, days, however long you've been here. I really appreciate it. And I know sometimes I don't show it, but honestly, I do. When I go back and watch these replays and I look at the chat and how energetic y'all are, how y'all be, giving each other words of advice, encouragement, and how y'all keep the energy so lit on this platform. And this is why I make that statement. Um, we have the best podcast on this side of the Mississippi. This side of the Mississippi. So again, man, I thank y'all so much, man. I really do. And the support is just is oh my goodness. But again, we got so many great things prepared in the future for this podcast. Um, and who knows where God is going to take all of us. All right. And I hope that this podcast can encourage people, even when they're at their lowest, they can pull out of their darkest situations and say, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. That's what this podcast is about. If you look at my bio, I got a few words in there. But the main thing is for us to come together and move mountains. And right now, some of you all got a fucking mountain standing right there in front of you, and that bitch won't move at all. It won't move. It's damn near feel untouchable. But just keep working at it. Eventually, you will outgrow you will outgrow that mountain. Come a hill, just a little pebble, right? Uh Again, welcome in. Um Tonight's live is going to be very informative. I know the past few days we touched up on the Dixie I guess the history, the Dixie Mafia, the mindset, how so many people were involved in corruption and allegedly still is, especially in the Deep South. You're talking about from governors to mayors, police officers, and how they ran this organization. And if you talk, your ass you more than likely you're going to end up coming up missing because this network was tied to so many, from your average citizen all the way up to your everyday politician. And y'all know, allegedly, these politicians, they can make calls, they can move things, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's be honest. Ain't a motherfucking thing you can do about it. You can talk about it, but you ain't doing shit. That's why I had to make sure I showed y'all those documentaries where old Southern networks run the Gulf Coast. And you have a few more, but that one I needed that one to be shown. Um, as I was gathering, taking notes for tonight's live, right now it's all about connections. Who is connected to who and what, when, where, and why? On Monday, I told you all that's the rabbit hole we're going down because it shouldn't be like this, right? It shouldn't be like this. Um, where you have a bunch of people that's supposed to be in the same area, and somebody, again, I don't care if you're black or white, somebody come up unalived, and nobody is saying anything, nobody seen anything. You're having conflicting stories. Sunday, I asked you all, what the fuck is going on? Who are we dealing with? Hmm. The information I'm going to show tonight, I strongly ask you all to go back and watch this replay. Even if you have to screenshot some things, do your own independent research, everything that I'm going to push out tonight, it's a lie. And it's allegedly, if you are catching my drift. Don't believe nothing that comes out of my mouth. Y'all got me? Um, Also, um, I have to be careful, or we have to be careful of this information I'm about to show you all tonight. Because stuff like this, people likes to report the channels. People like to sometimes, some of these platforms like to say is going against community guidelines. But this is why I'm going to be very careful tonight with sharing this information to you all. Logic, I'm going to answer your question in just a minute in the chat, okay? I'm right here. And again, Logic, thank you so much for your help. Rebo, thank you so much for already tackling today's uh live goal. Now, speaking of live goal, y'all know me, I don't like to harp on it. If you can, out of the kindness of your heart, y'all, let's make sure we knock out the live goal at least 3 times. All right? That's 30, no, 2, 4, that's 60 people. And y'all know we have a lot more that's in the room. And also we hit that gift gallery. And because at the end of the day, that tells me, hey, GV, we really appreciate you for this homework. I know you motherfucking lying. I know you lying. I know you motherfucking lying. Reba and Kim, thank you for the live goal. Lulu just dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's either 16 or 17 live goals. God damn it, Lulu. The hell is you doing? Damn, I didn't ask you to do that by yourself. Damn. I need everybody right now to give Lulu a round of applause. That was nice. That was nice. Thank y'all. All right. And just to let y'all know, y'all just listen. Again, I don't want to sound like that I'm headstrong, but I understand why YouTube gave me a violation on yesterday. I went back and read some community guidelines and I violated one of their community guidelines. Y'all know on TikTok when we play videos, I will stop the video because if I don't, they would say, hey, we're going to take you off the FYP because of unoriginal produced content, which is the videos that I play. YouTube is the same way. I let the video play too long. That's why they gave the channel a violation. It wasn't what was being played. It was I let the video play too long. So what I have to do is I have to pause the video and do commentary. Talk about the video and then go back and hit play. And then pause the video and expound upon that. So it wasn't the content. It was me letting the video play too long. That's all it is. So I did violate their community guidelines. All right. So they had every right to violate the channel. Come on now. All right. Just turning the fan on me because, as y'all know, sometimes these computers can get a little warm. Now, Ben Crump came out with a statement yesterday. Reflection, thank you for the hand hearts. Ben Crump came out with a statement on yesterday, and I guess he was kind of getting some things off his chest. Because I don't know if Ben Crump understand, allegedly, possibly, who he's up against. Do we know? Probably don't. So what I did, I went back to people that's hosting live streams about Nolan Wells. It's sad. Y'all, it's sad. People are saying the same motherfucking shit. I looked at one podcast today and I sat there for 30 minutes listening, and you got motherfuckers back and forth on the panel, arguing like they know exactly what happened to Nolan Wells. Well, it was just a bunch of back and forth, chaotic. No real information given. Nothing that it's like, okay, what are we learning from this live stream? It's people saying the same shit. Y'all know we don't do that around here. All right? I'm going to play this video that Ben Crump dropped on yesterday. Then I'm going to play something. It's very brief. maybe like a minute and a half long. That's going to set us up for tonight's live. And again, y'all, we're going to walk through this because I'm about to throw so much information at you all. I need you all to take fucking notes. All right, so let's get started with this. And just to let y'all know, and let me play the gold mine. Hold on 1 second. I gotta be genius. Y'all got to give a shout out to B Genie. She threw 2 galaxies and 2 gold mines. That's total of 4,000 diamonds. Okay, 4,000. B Gina, shout outs to you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for that. Annie, thank you for your heart. Me, simply good to see you. Thank you for your roses. Nikki, thank you for your 25 finger hearts. Boom, boom, boom. Simply thank you for your rose. Queen Neil, thank you for your finger hearts. I am Keisha, thank you for your roses. Simply again, thank you for your DJ headphones. Nursing for God, thank you for your heart meat. And also Candy Cane. Sarah, thank you for your heart meat. Simply thank you for your roses. Child, thank you for your hand hearts. Simply thank you for your 8 gold poplars. And also Pretty Face, good to see you. Thank you for your heart meat. And Sarah, thank you for your roses. All right, y'all, listen to this. Before I play this, are y'all happy to be here tonight? Dee, thank you so much for your hand hearts. Are y'all happy to be here tonight? I know I am. I'm always grateful to be in y'all presence. Texas Bay, thank you for your 210 roses. Damn. Y'all, everybody good? Everybody good? Y'all, look at the love, y'all. Y'all, look at the love. Y'all, look at the love. Y'all, look at the fucking love on tonight. Lulu, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think there was 17 or 18 live goals she just threw out. And Kim came behind her with 1. Texas Bay came out with an ice cream mic. Marquita with the 19 roses. And Kim, again, with the I love you. Mystic with the heart meat. Y'all are showing. Thank goodness it's Friday. Y'all pay attention to this. TikTok is the video all the way at the top right-hand corner.
Ben Crump, happy to have you, my man.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure to be with you.
Ah, man, it's a pleasure having you. I mean, it's so much I want to ask you. It's so much I want to get into. I know you're a busy guy, so I don't want to take up that much of your time. Nolan Wells, for the people that's unfamiliar with that case, can you break that down?
Certainly. Nolan Wells was an 18-year-old black teenager who, on 4th of July, was celebrating with his friends, and he
Ben Crump, I thought we had this conversation, all right, indirectly. I know I never spoke to you. We never actually officially talked. I think it's about that time where it's okay to get a spokesperson. And you just sit there right there on the side and the stuff that you would like to say, just kind of write it down. Dee, thank you for the October. Just kind of write it down and have him or her just read it out. Just say, boy. Reflective Lion, thank you for the hanging lights. You say I am pro black but anti IG. All right, y'all, let's go.
He went out on Horn Island. He went with his 3 other friends, at least what we have in the photograph. And they were young white teenagers. He was the only black teenager. And somehow they all came back home safely on the 4th of July, but Nolan Wells did not come home. His mother, their family.
Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it? Somebody said mute it. Okay.
Announced that he was missing. They were, out of their mind with concern. And then his body was found washed up on shore 2 days later, face down, dead. And so then everybody started to try to say, well, what happened? When you look at the videos, there were 300, 400 people out there. And what we've been saying, somebody knows something, somebody saw something. There was a young lady named Katie who said that, she was talking to Nolan, but then he got back on the boat with the people he came with, or got back on the boat with the boys. And the boys who were on the boat with him said, Nolan said he was going to stay behind with Katie, and that he was not going to go back with them. One of the things that has been bewildering is the fact that
Running an online brand? Yeah, it's a lot. Getting your domain on Wix Domains? Easy.
if he says he's going to stay behind, why doesn't an 18-year-old get their cell phone? If they're not going to go with the boat, why would they leave it with them? His mother, called his phone 3 times, got no answer after they started getting concerned. And it was when they did the Life 360, trying to say, find my phone, is when she found out that the phone was with the friends.
Dixie girl, thank you.
And so her friend went to get the phone. And when they got the phone back, they discovered that there were a lot of Snapchat messages that were deleted. They also found that there were some texts deleted. So
Now I want y'all to understand again. This was dropped on yesterday. Everything that he's saying, because I'm playing it through my channel, it's allegedly. Okay, Reflective Lion, thank you for the 40 TGIFs and also the Heartmeat. All of this is allegedly, right? The Snapchats, the deleted Snapchats, all the way up to the deleted text, it's all allegedly. All right.
that was very concerning to them as they're trying to figure out, what happened to my child? Our child is dead and we have no answers. Nobody's telling us anything. And so it became just an incredibly painful ordeal for them trying to find out what happened to Nolan Wells. And then America became engaged in this matter because it wasn't adding up to anybody. He says, I'm going to stay behind, but he leaves his cell phone. He doesn't have his car keys. Well, if he's staying behind and you don't have any of that information, people are saying, did he stay behind? And so that becomes a question. And, obviously there's this CETO audio that comes out that people have did forensic audio engineering on it to try to see what was being said on the audio recording of the CETO kind of 911 type call. And it's in that call that people say they hear certain things. We have retained audio engineering experts to be able to decipher and to render expert opinions on the validity of the CTO 911 audio.
Okay, so again, y'all know last week we dealt with that. We dealt with the CTO call for 3 to 4 days. We listened to it. We tried to break it down. We listened to different versions of it. Even when the young lady came out and said, "Hey, I'm an audio engineer," so I was able to go in and tweak up a few things, lower some sounds to elevate the other sounds and voices that we're allegedly could be the people that was part of the group that rode out there with Nolan, and so that went viral on several platforms. So we've been through all that, and when we was talking about that, again, I was paying attention to the chat, and while listening, right, I'm looking at a lot of you all saying, I gotta see every time I turn around, some more shit. Whoo, y'all, we gonna be. Yeah, I got some information for y'all. Let's put that here. Um, again, we listen and we listen, and y'all in the comments was like, hey, they need to be locked up. They unalive Nolan, and so when we listened to Warren and Tristan talking about this fight that took place with this unnamed male, later on in the live, I'm going to play a small clip. It's a few seconds long. It's something Warren said that really stuck out to me. And I should have had that available, but it's something he said. And I probably can remind you all what he said when I was doing my research. Everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody okay? That's sad. We got to sit here and go through all this for her to try to figure out what the hell happened. All right.
That seems to suggest things about the presence of Nolan. And so we are trying not to speculate, we're trying to investigate, but we are asking questions that don't add up to us. And that's what everybody's been doing, because everybody says, how can this 18-year-old college football player who's in tip-top shape just go missing and nobody knows anything? Nobody's seen anything. And the sheriff within, hours after he was discovered, his dead body, they claimed that, that no foul play, accidental drowning is what they suggest. And his family are saying, we can't accept that when you make that.
Now again, y'all I took all that into consideration. When the sheriff first spoke about Nolan, he made it clear that again he presumed, right, it wasn't a fact that there were any files of foul play. And again, he said that around the terms of allegedly, right? So I took that into consideration.
Conclusion without doing no investigations. And so what they want is a full, impartial, fair investigation into what happened to Nolan Wells. In our community, we see people investigate it very zealously. And so We want the same thing for our children. We want them to zealously investigate this matter just as if they would if the roles were reversed. And that's what I think has people in the minority community saying, hold on, we want to know what's on everybody's phone. We want to know social media because all of that could become very relevant information as to what happened to Nolan Wells.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the woman that Nolan was hanging out with when he was at the island, Katie, her sister, Gracie, came out and said that Nolan intended to go back to the mainland with his friends, right?
Yeah, there seems to be a conflict in what they're saying. They said he stayed with the young lady. The young lady said no, he got back on the boat. And so, that seems to be one of the biggest issues that everybody is trying to figure out, as well as the independent autopsy where he had red discoloration at the back of his brain that was found in the second autopsy, and also the fact that the initial state medical examiner kept possession of Nolan Wells' throat. And we don't know why they did that. Our pathologist, Dr. Roger Mitchell, said when he was the chief medical examiner for the city of Washington, D.C., that they normally would do that it wasn't uncommon if they suspected that there might be some fracture or some compressions to the throat.
So after y'all did the autopsy, from what you know, what do you believe that was on the back of his neck?
We can't speculate. We know that we think Dr. Roger Mitchell should have the benefit of looking at all the autopsy notes and observations and photographs from the first autopsy, and then have, the state medical examiner be able to look at all of his notes from the second autopsy and try to work together to figure out what conclusions that they can draw from the autopsies, both of them. And then also waiting for toxicology. That becomes a factor in finding out the manner and cause of death. But Dr. Mitchell said, and this is a very, very important, he said, if it's a drowning, then that still doesn't answer the whole question of what happened to Nolan Wells, because he said then there are questions about, was Nolan Wells' condition of his body conscious or unconscious when he went into the water? Furthermore, he said, did he go into the water unforced or forced? He said all those things become factors.
Makes a lot of sense. And I know his friend Warren Hudson, he came out with an interview where he made a statement about how Nolan, he was drinking liquor on the boat. You heard about that?
Well, we don't know. We want the toxicology to come. We know when you hear the CETO audio call, it appears that there was some intoxication. But again, toxicology can tell us that. And people's firsthand eyewitness testimony can tell us that. We want answers. As I've said over and over again, I am for truth, no matter who it implicates or who it exonerates. I am for justice, no matter who it convicts or who it acquits. And I am certainly for transparency so all of us can see and we can have trust in the system that this was a fair, impartial, and complete investigation. That's what everybody would want if this was their child.
And I don't know if this is true or not, but I've been hearing this going around that Nolan Wells' mom is getting threats.
Yeah, it is. There are a lot of sick people in this world. She's a nurse, and she hasn't gotten negative reviews.
So if this is true, again, you didn't see much energy being pushed behind it. You didn't see too many law enforcement personnel's um, talk about the threats, made any if these threats were legit, made any arrests behind these threats. But they made 3 arrests behind the threats towards the police department and also one of the friend's mother that's a sitting judge, allegedly.
In her career, but since she has been standing up and speaking out saying, we want answers. We want to know what happened to our son. Somebody knows something. We're fighting for our son to get justice. We don't think that he would just drown and nobody would see anything. And for that there, I mean, she's been getting attacked at her job from saying she's not a good nurse, that she's been getting negative reviews. And it's very troubling because it just adds to the trauma that they're having to deal with after losing an 18-year-old son and having no answers about why your son is dead. I mean, he was preparing for his football season. He was doing phenomenally well. He said this was going to be his year. His father, who also was an athlete, they were focused in on this, and now they're having to answer to his little brothers. Why is our big brother dead?
Yeah, and I'm hearing that she even receiving hate mail.
Oh man, they're getting all kind of attacks and threats, and obviously, it's just a shame before God. We come and we start trying to fight for the life of this young black child and to get answers, and then we get threats and death threats and attacks and hate mail and all this stuff. But we're used to it because this is what we do. We're civil rights lawyers, and we know that civil rights leaders have always been attacked. Whether it was my personal hero, Thurgood Marshall, his life was always under threat when he was just trying to find out how did black people end up hung in trees, castrated with their eyes bulged out. But they would blame us as being race baiters when we're saying, hold on, we want answers because if this was your loved one, this was your
Again, everybody, welcome in. Thank y'all so much for being here. Right now, we're sitting at a little over 100,000 taps. Or if we're there, listen, I leave everybody this language. TikTok, social media platforms don't like this language. So if y'all can, I need everybody to start tapping the screen for the next 15 seconds. Y'all, let's go ahead and push this up to 200,000 taps. And also, again, thank y'all so much for being here. I am TJ. Appreciate it, the heart me and also the rose. If you haven't gifted towards the live goal, let's go ahead and do that. This is TikTok only. And also, if you can, get in that gift gallery. A lot of you all have already given towards that live goal. Some of y'all damn near knocked it out by yourself. So again, thank y'all so much for being here. Moderators, thank y'all so much for dropping in the chat. And also YouTube, thank y'all so much for being here. But I'm letting y'all know we do not have Rumble up, we do not have Twitch up, we do not have Kick up because I'm still working out the kinks in my new processor. All right. So hopefully we'll have everything back up running tomorrow. And don't forget, by the end of this month, we're going to add Facebook Live to this podcast. All right. Because a lot of people over there asking me to go live now. We just started the Facebook brand this year. I really just started pushing the Facebook channel last week. Earlier last week, y'all know we only had like 131 followers. Now we're talking about in 1 week and like 4 days, we almost at 2,000 followers. We did that in 1 week and 4 days because certain content that I'm pushing over there. So that's again, I got a lot of things playing in the background. So again, y'all just keep tapping the screen, share the live out, and when you share the live out, y'all share it to your stories on TikTok. Share it to your stories. YouTube, y'all able to share it out. And also don't forget for your like to count YouTube, you have to bag out of the live, hit that like button, subscribe to it, of course, and then come back into the room. I don't know why TikTok got it set up like that. Hey, I mean, YouTube got it set up like that. I don't control YouTube. That's just how it is. Again, thank y'all so much for being here. And number 3, if you see the follow button at the top of your screen on TikTok, please hit that follow button, all right? And give your daily heart me. Again, thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all, how do you share to the story, Sassy? When you hit the share button, that little arrow off, that little arrow is going. That's the share button. Then you're going to see to your stories, all right? And again, Sassy, thank you so much. All right, let's continue. Fran and Trinity, thank you.
Your family, wouldn't you want answers too? I mean, but we're made to be the people who are the bad people, and that is fine because they did it to, Thurgood Marshall, they did it to Martin Luther King, they did it to Medgar Evers, they did it to Fannie Lou Hamer, they did it to, Ida B. Wells, who documented that the state of Mississippi is the state that had the most lynchings in the history of America. And all of them were
Thank you,
attacked
Gina.
for just trying to share
Brina, thank you.
light, to speak truth to power, to try to say we have rights as Americans to the Constitution and to vote and to have the right to life and not to be wrongfully convicted. But all of those people I named my heroes were condemned by the state of Mississippi while they were fighting for equal rights. And so, if people are going to condemn us, then I guess we're in good company with Thurgood Marshall and Martin Luther King.
This is why I asked that question at the beginning of this live stream. Do Ben Crump knows exactly what he's up against? Dealing with this Nolan Wales case is not your average unaliving. It's not your typical. So many people are quiet. A lot of people are afraid to come forward. You see that allegedly the threats that's coming from around the United States, allegedly, allegedly. But also, allegedly, the people that's connected. Again, the information I'm going to share with y'all on this evening, I'm going to need y'all to screenshot the screen, however you call it, screenshot it. If you want to go back and catch the recording, the video, this live stream will be dropped on YouTube when it's over. But it's very important that y'all take these names. I know you motherfucking lying. The whole fan feel. It's very important that y'all take notes on tonight because we about to do some connections here. Remember last week I told y'all why is Brandon Tatum why was he so quick to try and clear these boys' name? I think I may have y'all answer. The only thing I ask y'all to do is prove me wrong. If somebody's able to prove me wrong, I would love it. That means I didn't do the correct research that I need to do, right? My due diligence, whatever how the hell you say that shit. Let's continue.
And Medgar Evers and Fannie Lou Hamer and the great Ida B. Wells. I'm okay being in that company. My ancestors fought for us to be able to have a voice and speak truth to power. And shame on us if we don't speak truth to power when we have all of the education and legal acumen and resources to be able to go give a voice to those who don't have a voice, to be able to help fight for marginalized people, to help fight for what my grandmother called the least of these. Shame on us if we don't stand up and fight for them because our ancestors fought for us.
And you receiving threats too, right?
Oh man, they're making all kind of attacks and threats on me and Reverend Al and anybody else who's standing up. But we're used to that. That's just a distraction, and we won't ever let them distract us. We're singly focused. We're on a ferocious search for the truth of what happened to Nolan Wales. And hopefully everybody who...
And just to make it clear, if you're new, most of everybody that follows this channel, they already know these rules. The only rule I have over here overall, and moderators are there, they already got 2 of them. If I see any racial slurs in the chat, they're not going to ask no questions. Hey, you're gone. Go to a platform where you can speak that type of negative energy. We don't do racial slurs over here. I don't care if you black, you white, you Hispanic. We don't do that over here. We got a bunch of grown people over here, and we try to have, intelligent conversations if I don't spoil it by acting ignorant. But overall is we do not do racial slurs. Don't do that over here. All right? Matt said, but you're over here listening to a racist speak right now. It's my podcast. You have no idea what's going on. You just got here. And number 2 is don't type in all caps. That's telling me you hollering at me. I don't like to be hollered at. My daughter did that enough when she was 12. She's grown now, but when she was 12, she did enough of that shit. Just hollering, rolling her neck and shit. Ooh, shit. Oh, you just gonna type in all caps again, huh? So your ass just ain't listening, huh? Okay, all right. Well, don't say I didn't warn you, okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. You're blocked. I thought chat. What was I nice? I was trying to be nice, right? I was trying. I blocked him. Now ain't no 3 strikes. No, it's different with men. It's understood. Hey man, just come in and respect. That's it. I'm setting up tonight's live. Don't come in here thinking you know every damn thing. Yeah, Ben Crump, he has an agenda. We already discussed that last week. If your ass was here. My goodness. Candy, what the fuck? Hold on. Yeah, that's the moderator. Candy, what the hell? Boy, y'all, the moderators, they ass be throwing, man. They ass be.
To examine the case, facts on the table, questions in sight, searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way, bringing information into the light every day, doing the work, taking the time, looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when the moment arrives, the room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through. The phrase that nobody else can do. I know you fucking lie. Stretch out with style, the way he said.
God damn. God damn. Thank you, Candy. You didn't have to do that. Texas, baby. Thank you so much for the Spartan helmet. I don't know why you throw in a kick. Oh, Queen Momo, thank you so much for your hand hearts. Okay, y'all really showing out. Queen Momo, thank you for your hand hearts. Thank y'all. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
Claims to have known Nolan or befriended Nolan, hopefully they want that same truth. They like, we want to fight to show what is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as to what happened to Nolan Wells.
I want to go back to Nolan Wells' cell phone, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Nolan Wells' mom had no idea that his friends had his cell phone, right? She had to use an app to find out.
Well, she used the Life 360 app to find out where Nolan's phone was located. Yeah. Well, she called the phone 3 times and no answers, and she used the Life 360 app to find out where it was at. So she suspected.
I'm trying to vape, all right, so we don't get banned. Simply, don't come in here with them panther paws scratching up my logo. All right? It took me damn near a year to come up with that logo, that design. Don't come in here scratching it up. Thank you for the Panther paws. Y'all saw what she did. The minute I put the logo up there, she go throw a damn Panther paw. What the hell is, you know what, forget y'all. Forget all of y'all, all right? Just forget it. Fuck it. You know what, fuck it.
Suspicious because of those things, because you're saying, my son, they don't believe would have just stayed back because they said that was uncharacteristic of them. And then they're saying, and they don't think their 18-year-old son would not have stayed back on the island without his cell phone because he has no means of communications. So those are the things that to them are very questionable. And as we say, they're not adding up. So it's those type of things that we're trying to get to the bottom of because
This is a song about a legend.
Oh, hell.
Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really, I was under the limit.
You rolled through a
Man.
stop sign and...
Wait.
are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot... Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really, I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Listen, I want to thank everybody that's throwing the dogs. Thank y'all so much for shaking everything that your mama gave you some years back. And hopefully that the shaking keeps shaking while the shaking keeps continuing with the shaking because TikTok need to get rid of that dog. I think that's dogography. It shouldn't belong on TikTok. You know, the minute, anytime a woman show her elbow, her live streams get banned. But you could throw a whole dog up here shaking his ass. I don't think that's right. We need social justice. We got to call it. I think it's racism. I really think it's racism. All right? It's racism at its one. So, y'all, I'm going to start a petition. We're going to get rid of these dogs. All right? Damn these damn dogs. We're going to start a petition. Yeah, AJ, I'm just saying. Siri, thank you for the hand hearts. You said I'm glad I had my earbuds in. Yeah. Yeah, keep them earbuds in. Y'all, we about to get back to the live. Who just threw the fireworks? You know, I'm going to do this for you. Because you threw the fireworks, there you go. 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 Shout out to Leo. Thank you so much for the fireworks. Thank you for the fireworks. Thank you. Thank you. Reflecting, thank you. Thank y'all so much, man, for the love. All right, let's get back to it, y'all. I think I got a glitch in my system. I don't know where the hell that sound is coming from.
when our 18-year-old children and our children end up unalive in very questionable ways, a lot of times they just sweep it under the rug. I mean,
Okay, so y'all pretty much got what he's saying, right? He's talking about the history of Mississippi, how allegedly the state of Mississippi is known for its corrupt behavior from the politicians all the way down to your average citizens that's connected to these politicians. That's why we played the documentary about the Dixie Goon Squad, right? Now, I'm gonna show y'all this video right here. Pay attention. This is going to set us up for tonight. Pay attention to this shit right here. Here it is right here. Okay. Hold on. You fucking serious? Why I got him up there? Hold on.
My buddy.
Okay. All right. I'm finna say. Y'all pay attention. Let me get this right. I thought I had this corrected. Y'all pay attention. Again, y'all, I take the smallest stuff and I'm able to do homework because they snitched on themselves. Y'all listen to this, just this small portion.
Wyatt jumped out and pulled the plug on the boat once we kind of got out there because he got.
Listen to this.
Well, running in was very chaotic. I mean, no one chose to stay on the island, so my focus wasn't on anything else other than the boat, you know, because if the boat doesn't get in, then no one gets in. You know, I don't want to sink out there on my buddy's boat, and no one does. But my buddy Wyatt jumped out and pulled the plug on the boat once we kind of got out there because he got the motor to trim down. And the motor trimmed down, my buddy Wyatt pulled the plug, and we planed off. We moved all the weight to the front of the boat so we could plane off. And eventually we planed off, and the boat was running. So when you're planed off and you have water in the boat and you're hauling, you know, we're going pretty fast. We're going probably 40, 42 miles an hour. And so all that excess water that was built up in the boat is coming out of the boat. So, I mean, that's what we had to do. So we ran into Fort Bayou, and we didn't just run straight to my buddy's grandparents' house. We ran into
Right there. Right there. When we got near the shores, right near the mainlands, we didn't go straight to my buddy's grandparents' house. Do y'all remember day before yesterday? I showed y'all the house. Because the buddy he's talking about, allegedly, is Eli. Okay? Eli is, and again, everything that I'm saying is allegedly. All right? This is Eli. Okay? Y'all see him? This is Eli. This is him with them. All right? This is Eli. Why was that so important for him? Why did that slip out of his mouth? We didn't go straight to his grandparents' house, my buddy's grandparents' house. We went somewhere else. All right? And remember, we talked about it. That's where the camera showed everybody loading up under that pergola, that boat dock, whatever you call it, so they can head out to out to Warren Island. Not Warren, to what's the name of that island again, y'all? But what's the name of that island again? Horn Island. We didn't go straight to his grandparents' house. Why? It's a camera there. It's a camera there at the house that's pointing right towards the area where y'all left in the boat. Why didn't y'all go there? Allegedly. That's one. Y'all got that? Y'all put it in the chat already. His name is Eli. Okay, allegedly. And we talked about it earlier this week. His grandfolks, his people owned the pharmacy. All right. So they was pretty. They were some wealthy people. Well, GB, why is that important? We'll see. I'm going to play this. And again, y'all walk with your boy. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. I need to let me download the video. While I download the video, everybody y'all just start tapping the screen, okay?
It makes everybody smile. Can't copy the sound, can't copy the tone. That's a signature. That's all is loud. Who brings the vibes?
Great vibes.
Paid vibes. What number?
Great vibes.
And who wants the truth?
We groove.
Turn it up.
Great vibes. Great vibes on 10.
Let the whole world know. Truth, laughs, and energy everywhere we go.
Great vibes on 10.
We're here to win. Bring the questions and dive right in. From the shiny head to the headphones stack. From the facts to research to the phone we bring back. Great vibes on 10.
Got it. All right. Now remember they was pressing. Hey, nobody seen nothing. Don't nobody ain't nobody talking at the moment. Who's familiar with Secret Service Sam on TikTok? Put a yes or no in the comments. Yes, I've been following him for about 1.5 years now. All right. Let me clean this up real quick. I want y'all to pay attention to this. And this right here really helped me out what I'm doing tonight. All right, let's put it right here. And we're going to go here. All right. Sorry, y'all. I got a bunch of moving parts going on. Okay. All right. Y'all listen to this.
And Just Bree or Bree Lee here on TikTok. Check out her videos. She just went around Ocean Springs and started exposing how many cameras are everywhere. So check out some of this footage. You can see there's cameras on the water. There is cameras at these houses. There is cameras on the pier. There is cameras on these bridges. So the point is there's cameras on the dock where they pulled up in Fort Bayou. The point is, where is all of this footage? Why are these businesses not coming forward? Maybe they have come forward and we as the public just don't know.
Okay. So, and I thought that was great for him to mention that because nobody said anything about these cameras. Really about their life. Thank you. And also Tracy, thank you. Where is all this footage? Why haven't nobody said anything about these footages? Because y'all know it's cameras everywhere. You can't go nowhere without being video recorded. All right? So, again, where are the footages? Did they turn footages in to the police department? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Okay? We don't know. But I know somebody captured them boats coming back in. Timestamps, different things like that. Who was on these boats? Because a few of these boats made some stops. At least one of them, allegedly. Okay? Now, this guy, Eli, that was on the boat, this gentleman right here that was on the boat with Nolan, Eli. When Warren said, hey, we didn't stop at my buddy's grandparents' house, allegedly it's him. his grand people. And his grand people, right? Like I said, they own a pharmacy. And again, his great grandfather, which is the senior, God rest his soul, he's no longer with us. Now, I'm about to show y'all his great grandfather. And I'm going to make this bigger where y'all can, y'all can read it. Let's see. Let me do this. Let's make it bigger so when y'all go back and watch it. Okay, I want to make sure it's there. And also, I'm going to make sure it's right. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself. So, of course, I did my little research, right? Yep, I'm down the rabbit hole. Yep, we're in that rabbit hole. Okay, so again, y'all can see here, his great grandfather, which is senior, age 82 of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. He was unalived on Thursday, July 20th, 2006, at his home in Ocean Springs. He owned and operated a medical arts pharmacy for over 50 years and was a founding member of the Professional Rug Company, of which he served as president of the board of directors. He was also, he was a member of the Saint, whatever that is, Catholic Church, and was involved in Slovenian Benevolent Association, where he served as a past president. Let's scroll down to right here. Mr. Metallio, if I'm saying this name wrong, y'all, excuse me, was also a member of the Mississippi State Pharmaceutical Association, the Biloxi Bay Chamber of Commerce, and the Gulf Coast Carnival Association, reigning as Duke in 1982. In the early 1970s, he was appointed and served on the staff of Mississippi Governor Cliff Finch. He was appointed and served in the early 1970s on the staff of Mississippi Governor Cliff Finch. Listen, if y'all want to take a screenshot of that, the information, you can screenshot it, screenshot. I don't care. If you want to go back and watch the replay on YouTube, do that. Again, this is Eli's. I don't know why it's showing that. This is Eli's grandfather. I don't know why in the hell it's showing that. Let's see if I can get a picture. Right? Eli, god damn it. I'm not going to change it up, but Eli he's one of the friends of, he was one of the guys that was with Nolan Wells. And the picture, if y'all see my cursor, the picture is over here. I don't want to straighten it up again. However, right here, Mississippi Governor Cliff Finch. Who is Cliff Finch? Are y'all following me? Tammy, thank you so much for the love you. Is everybody following me? So again, when y'all get on these panels, y'all can educate people instead of going back and forth with people talking about the same bullshit. Now, Eli's great grandfather, God rest his soul, again, he was appointed in the 1970s. He was appointed and served on the staff of Mississippi Governor Cliff Finch. So who the hell is Cliff Finch? Cliff Finch. So of course I did my research. Now, what I'm about to read is going to blow your fucking minds. All right. Let me straighten this up. Now, this is going to cover YouTube. This is going to cover a lot of room. I'm about to do the same thing with TikTok. Again, y'all forgive me for editing in real time. Let's see. So y'all can see this right here is Cliff Finch, which he was the governor of Mississippi around the 1960s, which Eli's great grandfather, was part of his chambers. And everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Right here, Charles Clifton Finch, April 4th, 1927 through April 22nd, 1986, was an American politician who served as the 57th governor of Mississippi from 1976 to 1980. Of course, y'all see right here, Finch was born on April 4th, 1927 in the village of Pope in Panola County, Mississippi. He was the eldest of 5 children of Christine, Carl Finch, blah, 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 blah. Hold on, because I want to make sure I get y'all some good information. Okay. Now, this right here is important, y'all. Listen to this. His early political career. Finch opened a law practice in Batesville, Mississippi after earning his law degree. He specialized in damage suits and in time became very financially successful. In 1959, he was elected over 8 opponents to the Mississippi House of Representatives, where he served from 1960 to 1964. During this time, Finch supported racial segregation and backed Governor Ross Barnett's effort to preserve segregation in the state. If you want to screenshot that, screenshot that. This right here, this rabbit hole is nothing, y'all. It's crazy work. And I haven't even got started yet. Are y'all following me? Yes or no? Thank you, Logic. Now, Bart's family hired a lawyer to represent defamation cases, because again, people are out there carrying his family's name through the mud, saying that alleging that Bart was responsible for the unaliving of Nolan. So they hired a lawyer. All right. This lawyer, Bart's family lawyer, his name is Russ. I think that's Latino. Russ is a proud Mississippian and the founder of Magnolia Tribune Institute. His research and writing have been published across the country in newspapers such as the Wall Street Journal, National Review, USA Today, The Hill, The Washington Examiner, amongst other prominent publications. Russ has served as a national spokesman with outlets like Politico and Bloomberg. He has frequently has been called out on both by the media and decision makers to provide public policies, analysis, and testimonies. In founding Magnolia Tribune Institute, if I'm saying that correctly, he seeks to build on more than a decade of organizational leadership and communications experience to ensure Mississippians have access to news they can trust and opinion that makes them think deeply. Prior to beginning his nonprofit career, keep that in mind. His nonprofit career, Russ practiced business and constitutional law for a decade. And he have his email address. This is the attorney that Bart's family hired. Okay? So I was able to find his LinkedIn account. All right? There y'all go. YouTube. And get over here. All right, so this is his LinkedIn account. Right? As y'all see, he's the founder and CEO of Magnolia Tribune, Tribune, whatever, I can't pronounce it, Institute from June 2020 through January 2023, 2 years, 8 months, Mississippi Corporate Communications. Right here, the American for Prosperity. 4 years, 11 months, where he served vice president from August 2018 through April 2020. That's 1 year and 9 months. Corporate communications, right? And then, up under the same organization, he became the state director full time from June 2015 through August 2018. That's 3 years and 3 months, Mississippi, and he was there on site. Look at this one. He was the vice president for Stand Together full time from August 2018 through April 2020, 1 year and 9 months, out of Arlington, VA, here in the United States of America. Now, during this time, if you look at the date, August 2018 through August 2020, he was also vice president of the Americans for Prosperity. Y'all see that? So when he was vice president here, he was also vice president here with Stand Together. Are y'all following me? I'm just looking for a little bit more engagement. You said, how is that possible? It's right here in his LinkedIn bio. I don't make the rules. All right. So what I did, I said, okay, we need to understand just a little bit about these businesses, right? Especially this one, Americans for Prosperity, and also Stand Together. Again, y'all, this is the lawyer that's representing Bart's family for their defamation cases, okay? Let's look up Stand Together, okay? So I went here and I just pulled some brief information, not too much. Some very because I kept asking y'all what the fuck is going on here, right? So let me get YouTube involved. Okay. All right, YouTube, y'all should be able to see it. Boom, there you go. All right. Now, Stand Together is a philanthropic. I can never say that word. Philanthropic. Fuck you. Philanthropic. That's some bullshit. Philanthropic community. How the fuck you say that damn long ass word? That's why I have a GED. Okay. Stand Together is that P word community that helps American boldest change makers tackle the root causes of our country's biggest problems. What the fuck y'all laughing at? Fuck y'all. So Stand Together, this right here is just an overview. Stand Together is a major P word and social change community headquartered at 4201 Wilson Boulevard out of Arlington, VA, founded in 2003 by Charles Notch. Coke. Notch. Cock. Notch. Charles Cock. Whew, I'm going to hell. Charles Cock. No, knock. Charles Coke. We're going to go with that. Shit. Fuck us. Man, listen. No, I sound worse than Crook. So Charles Koch is his name, allegedly, which was founded in 2003. It operates as a 501c3 nonprofit that partners with business leaders, activists, and other change makers to address roots to social problems. Now pay attention again. There go that 501c3 nonprofit word again. Huh. Okay. Founded by Charles Koch, which Russell was working for back in 2000 and from August 18th through 2020. Want to make sure I got that correctly. Yep. All right. Founded, established in 2003 by Charles Not. Okay. Coke, Not. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, excuse that noise in the background. All right. Again, this is the attorney for the Bart's family. This is who he worked for. Back in according to his LinkedIn, Stand Together, LinkedIn, Stand Together, which is right here. He was working there full time from August 18th, 2000. From August 2018 through 2020. He worked there 1 year and 9 months. All right. That's about Stand Together. Charge Coke. It's They call it the Koch brothers. Okay. Let's go to Stand Together, right? I did a little bit more research about this Stand Together. Um, let's see his LinkedIn. Yeah. So I did a little bit more research about this Stand Together. And some keywords, some key names came up. Everybody good? Y'all good? Just make sure y'all okay. People don't like the research. They just want a panel full of people talking about Nolan Wells and don't even know what the hell they talking about, saying the same shit. Y'all good? Okay, cool. All right, Stand Together again was founded in 2003. 2003 by story really started more than 50 years ago. It began with our founder, Charles Not Koch, whatever, the chairman and CEO of one of the largest private companies in America and the recipient of the Forbes 400 Lifetime Achievement Award, and that P word again, who has donated nearly $8 billion to non-profit causes over his lifetime. And it's just something about their organization. And now, that's a little bit about Stand Together, right? That was founded by Charles, and I think his brother was involved too. They call it the brothers. Now, remember on Bart's family attorney's LinkedIn account, which is here, he also worked at Americans for Prosperity. He was the vice president from 2018 to 2020 up on, I guess, corporate communications. And then he was state director full-time from June 2015 to 2018. So I pulled some information on Americans for Prosperity. Americans for Prosperity, short for AFP, is a prominent libertarian conservative political I shouldn't have skipped school. Advocacy. Shoot it R. Now don't put "we love the TikTok shop" in the chat. I just want to see y'all go crazy. Y'all do me a favor, keep up on the engagement also too. That's the only way that the platform is going to push it out. I know the word is advocacy. I'm just messing around, y'all, okay? Group in the United States. It was founded in 2004 and backed by billionaires. Look at this, y'all. Billionaires Charles Not Koch and the late David Koch, which they say they call them the brothers, the Koch brothers. Americans for Prosperity promotes free market policies, lower taxes, limited government, and reduced business regulations. All right. GV, why is that important? This organization allegedly isn't a type of, well, these brothers at the time, this is not the type of people you wanted to go into business with. Do your research about these two, y'all will understand that. And what I just said is allegedly, okay? So I went up on Wikipedia, right, to understand about the family, the Koch family, all right? And again, everything I'm showing you all is allegedly. Most of this crap can be fake. Who knows? But I know this information is very important. That's if you like to read. YouTube. This is a lot of editing going on. But I do it for the people. Because I love my podcast. All right. So with the Koch family here, is an American family engaged in business, best known as their political activities, known as the Koch Network, and their control of Koch Inc., second largest privately owned company in the United States, with 2019 revenues of $115 billion. The family business was started, of course, y'all got that, blah, 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 blah. But it's something I want to point out, right? This network, him and his brother, okay, Charles and his brother, all right, commonly referred to as the Koch brothers, were the only two of Fred Koch of four sons still with the Koch Industries. Charles and David Koch built a political network of libertarian. Do y'all hear that in the background? Libertarian and conservative donors, right? So they always having people donating to their organization. A lot of conservatives too. And the brothers funneled financial revenue into television and multimedia advertising. And then David Koch died in August 2019. Now y'all check this out right here. Y'all ready? Boom, look at this right here. When I tell y'all your boy dug. What do they say right there? Just getting it prepared for YouTube, y'all. That's all. Are we learning anything yet? Are we learning? This right here was dropped on April 1, 2020. Are we learning anything yet? Who worked for Turning Point USA? Right here, it shows Tatum. Tatum resigned from the Tucson Police Department in October 2017 to join Liftable Media, a conservative content producer that owns and operates the Western Journal and the Conservative Tribune. He then served as director of urban engagement for the conservative group action group Turning Point USA. I kept asking, right? I kept asking, why the fuck was Brandon down there trying to clear these boys' name? We were able to make a connection. Are y'all following me? Nikki, I'm just fine. Thank y'all for worrying about my safety, but trust me, GV is good. GV is good. Don't worry about me. Again, it took some research to find this stuff. Okay? A lot of research. All right? Now, hold on. Now, I'm not saying Reflective Lion, thank you for the gamer cat. Now listen. Thank you, Laura. I'm not saying that he's connected. Everything I just said up to this point is allegedly, it's allegedly, it's allegedly, it's allegedly. This right here, it again, when he made when let me see if I can find it. When Warren made this statement, when he let's see, let me rewind this just a little bit. Again, this listening to this, it's listening to this interview back to back to back because again, it's all about finding clues, right? Finding clues. Because somebody's going to slip up and say something. When he made this statement right here, pay attention, y'all.
Else other than the boat, you know, because if the boat doesn't get in, then no one gets in, you know.
Why is it blank? Okay, but we'll deal with it. What the hell is going on with my fucking iPad? Hell. I just make it small. I don't know why the screen is blank. I'll fix it later. Don't worry about it. The audio is fine.
I don't want to sink out there on my buddy's boat, and no one does, but my buddy Wyatt jumped out and pulled the plug on the boat once we kind of got out there because he got the motor to trim down. And the motor trimmed down, my buddy Wyatt pulled the plug, and we planed off. We moved all the weight to the front of the boat so we could plane off. And eventually we planed off, and the boat was running. So when you're planed off and you have water in the boat and you're hauling, you know, we're going pretty fast. We're going probably 40, 42 miles an hour. And so all that excess water that was built up in the boat is coming out of the boat. So, I mean, that's what we had to do. So we ran into Fort Bayou, and we didn't just run straight to my buddy's grandparents' house. We ran into Fort Bayou. A couple of us jumped in the water, and Wyatt, like the whole reason for the stop was so Wyatt could hop in and put the plug back in the boat. So then after that, we went and docked it, and I went back to my buddy's house, and we ate and, napped for a little bit. It was a long day at the island, so, we were all tired. Hop in and put the plug back in the boat. So then after that, we went and docked it, and I went back. That was built up in the boat is coming out of the boat. So, I mean, that's what we had to do. So we ran into Fort Bayou, and we didn't just run straight to my buddy's grandparents' house. We ran in.
Okay, that's the grandparent. When he said that, That was started my investigation. We didn't stop at my grandparents. My buddy's grandparents' house. That's what started this rabbit hole with me. Okay, and we know the buddy allegedly, we know the buddy he's talking about. Well, we don't know. I know, but I'm still going to say allegedly is right. This guy right here, right? Which is Eli. This guy that's sitting right here. Eli was one of the friends that was on the boat with Nolan, and also Warren and everybody else. All right, so we did the dive with we was able to tie the house that they left in. See, the house that they left in, the boat launch, where that picture was going around on the internet, where Tatum went out there to show the house with the boat docking area behind the house. That's the house we're speaking of. His grandparents, again, they own a pharmacy, and his great grandfather, which is George Sr., he owned a pharmaceutical company, and also he served, and he was in the early 1970s, he was appointed and served on the staff of the Mississippi governor. We went through that. All right. And then we brought up the governor that he worked for, his grandfolks, great grandfather. This is the governor, okay, which is Cliff Finch. He served with him, under him, and here. Oh, something else I forgot to show y'all. This governor, during the time Finch supported, this right here between 1960 and 1964, Finch supported racial segregation and backed Governor Ross Barnett efforts to preserve segregation in the state. Now, if I'm not mistaken, wait a minute. I didn't show y'all this. If I'm not mistaken, wait a minute. Right here, I cannot believe I missed it. Look, y'all. Why is it lying on the screen? Let's get rid of that. Let's see. In office, oh no, let's go right here. Finch Tincher was married by scandals. Do y'all remember when we played the Dixie Mafia backstory for the past few days? Look like y'all been doing your research. All right. Listen. His and this again, y'all, this right here was back in what, in the 1960s, 1970s. It was always scandals going on. A federal grand jury conducted a 3-year-long investigation into his administration, and several state agencies were accused of corruption and mismanagement. Now, Finch was never found guilty of any wrongdoings, though some of his aides and appointees were indicted. All right. So again, all this information is valuable. So Eli, that's a friend of Bart, his great grandfather, this is his information. All right. The people that he was contacted with, he's connected to. So just to show y'all the people that Eli is connected to. All right, politicians. And then we talked about Bart's family attorney, his connections, who he worked for, how long he worked for. We was able to bring up his LinkedIn, right? Found his information. We brought up the company from his LinkedIn. All right. We went in depth on that, talked about it. Stand Together was one of them. American for Prosperity is the other one. And Americans for Prosperity, guess what? It was bagged by the billionaires Charles Knott. We went into that. The Knott brothers. Billionaires. Their connections. They funded Turning Point. And if I'm not mistaken, they funded the hold on, I can show y'all. Better than I can tell y'all. They funded the college campus side of Turning Point. They funded that. They threw money at that. So when, they go out and speak at these colleges, they were help funding that, help knocking that bill out, which is these brothers right here. I read it somewhere. Hell, y'all can go back and do your research. It's somewhere in here. All right. And again, here it is right here. They put funds towards the group. And of course, we know who's served as I want to make sure I say it correctly. Right here. He served as Director of Urban Engagement for the conservative group Action Turning Point USA before founding his own media company in late 2019. The panel is open. Everything what I just said is allegedly. So when y'all go on these other platforms, y'all can educate people. And y'all, we just getting started. Bart's family attorney, one of the guys that was with Nolan, who his family is connected to. This is why I showed y'all the Dixie Mafia, all right, the mindset of the South. The segregation. That's why I made that comment. With his statement, I asked that question, do Ben Crump really know the type of people he's up against? Nobody has came forward. Nobody is talking. Threats are being made for anybody to come out and speak, and the list goes on. Now we're understanding, we just showed y'all that one of the boys is connected to, his family is connected to a lot of powerful people. That's just one. I have 3 to go. Now, we don't want to throw too much right now. The panel is open. If you got any questions about what I just shared on this first half of the live stream, the box is open. Let's go, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate it.
Not just a noise, searching for facts with a curious voice, kicking the dots, putting pieces in place, taking the time to examine the case, facts on the table, questions in sight, searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way, bringing information into the light every day, doing the work, taking the time, looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when that moment arrives, the room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through, the phrase that nobody else can do. You fucking lie. Stretched out with style, the way he says it makes everybody smile. Can't copy this.
Y'all can't tell me that shit hit. Simply, how you doing? Hey, go.
What up? What up?
Talk to me.
Listen, I said let's get on the Great Vibes Magic School Bus over here teaching lessons. We listen, going deep. Listen, if they don't know, now they know. Because this is deep. It is deep, and you know what? Just listening to you and knowing that the dots being, you know, the dots are connected the way that they're connecting, right? This is deeper than surface level, and so you have people that don't like to think for themselves, and they won't go deeper than surface level. So that should tell you you're not going to be able to have these conversations with everyone about what's truly going on, because you have people that don't want the truth, right? Because the truth can be uncomfortable for some people. But then you have those of us that like to live in reality. Listen, I want to call a spade a spade. And guys, if anything happens to me, please call Great Vibes on 10 for the win. Okay. Mm.
Y'all better not do nothing to her. It's gonna be a problem. But listen, y'all, the panel is open. I need to know what y'all learned. I see in the chat y'all say y'all learned a lot to hell, just this. I told y'all this week was gonna be very this one of those, you know, I know normally we have these up energetic lives, but it's we got to take the time out to see and know who the fuck we're dealing with. And now y'all see, right? Allegedly. Mary, how you doing?
I'm fine, you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
The Koch brothers. That's how you say their last name, Koch. Okay? They own just about all of Newton, Mississippi. Land, chicken plants, convenience stores, you name it, they got their hands in it. And I know that because my son has a business there.
Really?
Yes, sir. And of course, you know, I'm white, but that's all right. I'm right for wrong and wrong for wrong. And
What your skin tone have to do with anything?
well, you know how they like to say, what that white bitch being up here?
Who is they? Half my moderators are white.
Them, you know, them people just like to talk shit.
That's their
I was about
problem.
to say, because I would never say anything like that to you, ma'am. I just saying, I want you cool. It's
Okay.
about your character.
That's
Yeah,
their problem.
I just wanted you to know that if you wanted to dig into that,
So you said they
because I watch
okay.
you all the time.
Oh, well, thank you. So yeah, I'm definitely because when I went through this article, you know, I was looking for certain keywords. So I'm definitely going to do my research with. You said the cock.
It's called Koch. They pronounce it Koch. 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 Not Cooch, but Koch.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And of course, y'all forgive me, I ain't never been up on a panel, but I just thought you might want to look into that.
Okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. The Koch brothers. Okay. All right. All right. So you say your son owned a business,
Yeah.
and how is the land like? I mean, how is he tied into these brothers? I mean, they own the
He's
land
not.
that he's on?
No, he's not tied into them.
Okay.
He's from there, and every piece of land that he has tried to purchase, which is like a quarter of an acre, he owns an ice house, and every time he goes to a piece of land to buy it, the Koch is on it.
That's why I asked, did they own the land he was on?
Right, they own the land. It's where it is now. It's been there for quite some time. It's right across from the chicken plant. I mean, he does a great business, but he wanted to get his own piece of land, pay his own taxes, you know. So, yeah.
So just to let y'all know, look at your screen. If you're late coming in, the reason why we're talking about the Koch, whatever you want to call those brothers.
Koch.
Yeah. Let me move this over a little bit. This right here, this young man right here is the attorney that's representing Wyatt's family, and he worked for two different organizations, which both were funded by the Koch brothers. Koch brothers.
That's it, Koch.
The Koch brothers.
Right.
And also, we did our research on the Koch brothers. They they love to throw money out towards conservatives, liberals, non-profit organizations, and one of the ones, was
right.
You know who, which is Turning Point USA. Okay, And of course, y'all know who worked for Turning Point USA, Brandon Tatum,
Right.
which is down there in Mississippi, trying to get, trying to say, hey, these boys are innocent, and don't nobody know if they're innocent or even guilty. But he made it very clear, my job is to make sure that y'all are off. All right.
Yeah.
So
I seen that.
This shit is connected.
Right. But Newton,
Your phone.
okay, got it.
Yeah, there you. Okay, repeat what you just said.
Newton, Mississippi is between Meridian and Jackson,
Okay.
off Interstate 20.
Okay.
So you know you're at the right place.
All right. I'm familiar. I've been to Brandon. I think
Oh,
a few
okay.
times.
Well, I'm
So
originally from Tennessee, but I've been down here since high school.
I got you. Listen, y'all. The pound is open. Again, I know tonight it's not one of those back and forths. Well, not a back and forth. We're talking about Nolan Wales, but we just trying to understand the people why the hell everything hush hush.
Right.
Threats are being made. People are afraid to
Right.
come forward. All right.
Well, that's a bit of information, and it might tie to something else too.
Well, I'm just getting started. Tomorrow's live is going to be crazy. So, Catalina, simply, can you run the panel just for a second?
We got you. We got you.
All right.
But that's
Hey
all
guys.
that's all I had to say, baby. I just wanted to let him know that bit
Make
of
sure we stay on
information.
topic.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. So the question, what old Southern network runs the Gulf Coast? He pretty much just laid it all out for us. It's really all about legacy, politics, power, and commerce. Same thing as money. And I want to remain as optimistic as I can, but with knowing this new information that has come out tonight, I'm feeling more and more that there's not going to be the justice that we're looking for Nolan Wells, because they're going to protect the legacy. They're going to protect that power, their images of the children. And it'll be just like another brown boy that has died. And I don't want to believe that. Trust me, I don't. And but with this new information that came out tonight, I think that's the direction that they're going. I've never heard of undetermined death. There's no way that a state medical examiner cannot determine death. I've never heard of undetermined death in my years on this earth. And I've never heard of a sealed autopsy either. So everything is hush hush because of now this connection that we have just learned about. It's all making sense now.
Okay, guys, if you're just coming in, welcome in, welcome in. If everybody can dab up the screen. If you're not currently following Great Vibes, make sure you give him a follow. Let's make sure we support him. I'm just going to say this. I know that there, unfortunately, and again, this is on topic, but I was wondering, with everything that just happened with Tasia Fortune, I'm wondering if at any point if the 3-letter mafia that I just dropped below might get involved, because like, we're not crazy, but I do understand those networks down there. I do understand those networks, but I'm wondering because see, they're under a microscope right now, and the math's not mathing. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, the math is not mathing. So I'm wondering how this is going to play out. If you guys get what I'm saying, because the thing is that it's only so many people that's going to be able to pile up with you just saying, "Oh, it was self-inflicted." I'm just saying.
Or he just drowned. Nothing, he just drowned. But no explanation on how he drowned. Doesn't make sense.
I know we have some new people on the panel. I'm sorry, I can't see the name of the young lady that's above, right here above. Is that is that Candy Cane? Hi, Candy
Yeah,
Cane.
hey, I'm just here to help.
Oh, well, go ahead. Listen, I welcome all. I think you're a mod too, right?
I am.
Yes, ma'am. Listen,
So,
go ahead and
so
mod up. Hey.
no, so I'll just sit and help. Britt can go next.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm at work, but I'm following, I'm listening. I just wanted to say something that just catches me. And I know it rubs everybody else the same way. This is feeling all too familiar. All of a sudden, TPUSA is brought up, and it's just feeling as shady as shit as the Charlie thing. But I'm not saying I don't understand but it all ties back to these old rich ass white dudes.
Wait. I'm not saying that Turning Point USA is involved. Let's make that
No,
clear.
okay, yeah, my bad.
Going to connections. 'Cause remember,
Allegedly.
you used to work for a particular company or an old company. You know, you still got connections.
Yes.
We were able to connect Brandon with the person that's representing the lawyer that's representing Wyatt's family. That connection.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Am I the only
TPUSA
one that
is
feels
involved. I
that
wanna make that
way?
clear.
I mean, doesn't it all feel eerily just no answers at all whatsoever in both cases, and it just happens to boil down with the no, I'm the only one. Okay.
No,
I just wanted to throw that out there.
I think a lot of people feel the way that they might be thinking that way, but we do have to be careful with how we say things on the platform.
Oh,
But
my bad.
I will say this is that I spy, okay? And then also, you know, we see what's happening, but now you have people calling for accountability. Again, the South typically they deal with the South. Those networks deal with those networks, but what happens when the whole nation is watching you? International,
right?
Everybody's
Right.
watching you because now the math isn't mathing at all. It never has. So
It never.
I'm interested
That's
to
my
see.
point.
I think if
Yeah.
you ask me, I feel like they're trying to incite a race war. I do.
And
I
that's
do.
crap.
On multiple levels.
We're not going to fall for it though, because we are
Simply,
way
I
beyond
believe that. Simply, I believe that. I just put that in the chat earlier. Is this Nolan Wells case going to incite a civil race war? Because, like you said, Simply, the whole world is watching. Mississippi cannot hide anymore. They cannot hide. Everything is coming out there. As we say, you sweep it under the rug, and one day that rug blows up, and then all the dirt underneath the rug comes flying out, right? That's exactly what's happening now.
Exactly. Yup. For on this episode of Black Mirror for entertainment purposes only. Go ahead. Whoever's next.
That's King. You can go next. King, are you
Greetings,
there?
everyone. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Are you able to hear me?
I am.
Yeah, my overall thought is there is a if it act like a duck, quack like a duck, it must be a duck. They're holding that, and we have to look at that from that aspect. I won't put fingers on whose, but I know that it's not good, and it'll all come out in the wash. We just pray that everyone can prepare themselves for the wash. I yield.
Great vibes. Can I say something before I drop? Because I have to go.
Okay, I got you. And also,
Okay.
when y'all come up on the panel, if y'all was here paying attention, I would like for you all to tell me what you learned so far from what I presented. That's the whole point for the panel. Go ahead, Simply.
I just want to remind people, because I know what was just said. And please do your research, because you're going to have people tell you different things. Race is a social construct. Race is a social construct. When you go to other countries, they don't have you fill out forms the way that you fill out forms here. When you go and travel, you won't see those things. Go and do your research. Yes, there's different ethnic groups, but unless you're talking to a giraffe or a donkey, unless you're talking to a come on, guys. But they expect for people not to see past it. So we all have I'm gonna just say pay attention. That's all I'm gonna say. But thank you, Great Vibes, guys. Make sure you give him a follow. Keep supporting him. I love what you're doing. We love you, Great Vibes, and I will see you guys later.
All right, thank you, Simply. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And again, Reflective, thank you so much. What I was saying is, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, I just need, and Candy, thank you so much for coming up here and helping out. Make sure, because
I can
again, y'all,
drop two.
huh?
I can drop two if you need me to.
Oh, you fine at the moment. I need y'all to, y'all, it took a lot to do this research. So I just want to make sure, when y'all come up here, let me know what you learned. You can tell me, hey, GV, you right. Hey, GV, you wrong. That's why I showed it on the screen, the connections. Okay. So we're going to start. So King, how long you been paying attention?
For all intent purposes, can you dismiss me? I don't want to mess up your algorithm.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. So now, Stephanie, how you doing? If I'm saying you right, if I'm saying your
Right.
name correctly, Stephanie. You said you've been paying attention since he's done the first since he's done, and that's what we're doing, right? We're breaking those interviews down because again, he didn't know. See, some of that information he was putting out, he made it very clear his job was to clear those boys' name. He didn't know if they were guilty or they were innocent. But again, why was Tatum sent out there? At the beginning, y'all was asking who is paying him. He was getting paid. Well, we got to show a connection. Not saying that this connection is true, but again, when you do your research, you can put two and two together. All right, that's what it's all about. So we got Laura, and then we're going to bring Sandra, and then Laura, and then Blessing. Sandra, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
He had an idea. He had an idea. That's no joke. He had an idea. There's no way in hell they just come up with that. He had an idea that them kids were somewhere somehow guilty of what they done.
So okay, all right. Oh no.
This is horrible. This is horrible. This should have never happened, but it did happen. And this is still horrible, And the thing is that it keeps happening.
So
It keeps happening.
let me ask you this: what have you learned on tonight so far?
Oh my goodness. I have learned a lot about this case so far that doesn't make sense. It makes the whole state look suspect, which they're all suspect. And nowadays you have to look at people as suspect, period. That man had an idea. That man knew. But he was just protecting those kids. For what reason? Don't know. My majority is I think it had a base of not gender, but the color and race. Someone using color and race. That's all it was. That's sad. This was a very young man, very educated, had a beautiful future coming, and they stopped it, and that was horrible. But if they done this now, there's no telling how many times they done it.
Wow. Blessings, how you doing?
Hi.
What you learned tonight so far?
I've learned a lot about this case by just listening for the last hour. And it's always research is what always helps because I have lived this in my lifetime before. I had the same thing happen here in the city that I live, which I won't say yet, where 3 white boys killed a family member and they were acquitted in an all-white jury and they got away with it. But we did research and we found a little law that got them to try for murder, a law called the Petite Law. When a man was killed in a public facility, like a park, it never had been used. The law, the Petite Law, had never been used on the books before. It was never used in the United States, but maybe the 4th or 5th time when we found it. We tried him on the grounds that his civil rights was violated by being in a public facility, and they were actually sent back to jail. And somebody squealed on them when they went to brag about what they did to a black man. And someone squealed on them and they turned state evidence. So this is actually true. It's happened in 1980, but it's been happening ever since, over and over. But they had a lot of money and that's how they got off. But we found the research that tied things together, and then someone actually squealed and we got justice. We're one of the only cases in America that got complete justice.
Now,
So I've lived this before. I've seen this so many times. I'm an older lady, proud to still be here to tell the story.
Amen.
So when I see this again, it just hurts me because I have lived it so many years now and watched it over and over with our people.
Was you here this week, the past few days when we covered the Dixie Mafia?
No, I was not.
Okay. So what we did over the past few days, this week has been one of those weeks where, because I mean, we did a whole week and some change talking about, Nolan Wells. And again, it's a lot of unanswered questions that a lot of people have, and it's the same stuff, right? The same questions. Because again, we don't know what happened. We don't know
Right.
what happened. Somebody know, but we don't know what happened. It's a lot of misinformation getting pushed out. You got people saying, "Hey, those boys, they're involved," according to the CTO call, and then you got people saying they're innocent. Right over here, we stay right in the middle because something can come across and debunk every single thing that the narrative that people are trying to push.
Right.
So over here, especially this week, we're backing this train up just a little bit to understand the mindset of the Deep South, the mindset of the Dixie Valley area, the Gulf Shores,
Right.
the coast.
Right.
And so that's what we've been doing this week, and starting today, we're trying to make connections. Yesterday, day before that, I asked this one question: who is the HNIC? Who is making the calls? Who's making the shots? Who's calling the shots? Because we have a lot of moving parts. Nobody's talking. People are making threats. People are getting locked up, right? If you come out and say something, and the list goes on.
Right.
So I think it's very important for especially this channel to do what we've been doing this week. Do y'all agree? Y'all say my volume is low on YouTube? No, it's not. No, it ain't. YouTube is high. I'm looking at the volume right now. The volume is high. I could turn it up a little bit more. There you go, YouTube. Didn't mean to cut you off, Miss Tam. Go ahead. Who's talking? Blessings.
Yes, I was.
Okay,
I
I do
was counting.
apologize. Go ahead.
Well, that's okay. And I'm just gonna say this: my relative that this happened to was going places. When I say going places, a beautiful, beautiful musician. And I want to name some great movie stars that all had their hands out to grab him up, to take him to the top. But he was cut down so fast at 27 years old that we were all devastated. So I've seen this before. And speaking of Mississippi, I understand my great-great-grandmother was from Mississippi. They got the heck out of there, like a lot of people did back in the day, to get away from that brutality. Down south is totally a different, I understand it, but it's a totally different culture. And I'm glad that I was never down there, and I'm glad I wasn't raised down there. But I'm just saying, it still exists no matter what state we in this country. It's everywhere.
Well,
It's not just one place.
This is why it's important for us to do our research, so we know who we're dealing with. who we're talking about, because again, I get tired of going on platforms and listening to people and regurgitating the same stuff, the
Right.
same stuff. So again, thank you so much for being here. Let
You're
me
welcome.
let me pause you for a second. Miss Tam, how you doing?
Hey, great vibes. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on your panel
No problem.
tonight.
What you learned so far? Talk to me.
So I've been on your live tonight. This is my first time coming across you and been on your live tonight since about 8 o'clock. And I'm EST time. Okay, it's 9:55 right now, my time where I'm located. So I've been on here about, I don't know if that's when you started, but it was around 8. Okay. Now, what made me lock in is when I heard you mention and say how it's so many lives out here on this topic of this young man, and they are running in circles. And I felt that was so true because since I'm invested, right? I'm an older woman, myself, my early 50s, and I grew up in the South. My state is NC. And so, a lot of, I think, heartbreaking things that us NC people, have learned is that we thought we were better. We thought we were better than SC, right? We ain't SC, we NC. We think we're better than a Alabama or a Mississippi or even Georgia. But at the end of the day, maybe your one big city in that area seems to be not as, however, it definitely is what it is, right? So what I learned so far, honestly, great vibes, is that aspect of those cameras. Those cameras, when you mention that being everywhere, and how not one or how the information has been revealing, right? We nobody nobody's came out yet that we've been made aware of. Also too, I made the comment on our brother Ben Crump, being when I said I made the comment that I am pro black but anti IG, which meant ignorant. But it's no down to brother Ben Crump at all. Let me make that clear. But in my opinion, if he came out with that tape yesterday on the interview, you saying the same thing you been saying, sir. The same exact language, the same exact information. We want to know more. We want to know more. And if you can't tell us yet, say you can't tell us yet. You know? And that's kind of crazy to me because all of his, I guess, fame does not, in my opinion, make him sound. I appreciate the history, running it down, but we know this. We know the history of us, and so great vibes. What I really want to tell you, what I want to tell my people, our people, however you identify, Afro American, Black American, I identify as Black, is that we are to embrace our culture. We are a culture. And by that, I mean, for example, and I don't want to just ramble on, but when somebody says, "Ooh, I love your hair," when a when a when a YT says, "Ooh, I love your hair," "Ooh, did you cut it?" "Oh, yesterday was this." Yes, it was that. I am a fairy. I am wonderful. I can do that.
I just
wish-
found out some new information to me to cut you off.
Yeah.
White people hate when we say YT because they educated me this on about 2 weeks ago. YT that people use on social media stands for white trash.
Oh.
Yes,
Mm.
I was educated on that. So
You know what? That's
I
a good education.
I just say white folks.
I thought I was being socially politically correct by
I
saying
thought I
that.
was too. I thought I
Mm.
was too.
I'm here for it. You know why? Because it bothers me that we have to censor that. I mean, I get it, social media censorism and all of that, but why can't I just say a white person? Why can't I say a Black person? Why can't I say an Indian person?
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. And again, what we do here, because this is not one of those platforms where we do racial slurs. We the black people talk about the whites talk about the blacks. We're very neutral over here. We just want to know the truth,
Yes.
and my platform is
Yes.
built around it. This community is built around it. Um, so but you just hold tight. Can I get a moderator on the panel real quick? I need to run and do something for like 3 minutes. I need a moderator if y'all don't mind on the panel. I don't care if you white, black, or Hispanic. Um, all is accepted. All is accepted. We welcome all. We welcome once, welcome twice. That was the black people saying they churches and stuff when they be trying to take money. Laura, thank you so much. They be trying to
Gotcha.
they be trying to take money and stuff in the church, but nobody say nothing about that. Talk about Malachi 3:6 when a man rob God. No, y'all be robbing us. Go ahead, Laura. I'm sorry.
How are y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Good? All right, really, really fast. Okay, we're at 500K, y'all. Do you think we could hit 1 million? You think we could do it? I think we can do it. I love having logical thinkers. It's so awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, who is next to talk?
How you doing? How's everybody?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really well. I arrived a little late, but I excused myself, so I didn't get a write up. But so
You're okay.
I missed some things. But what I want to say is that a lot of times when people are tried and they are found not guilty or acquitted or whatever you want to call it, sometimes the family or the attorneys will come back and will sue them civilly and for wrongful death or for a financial amount, and then they will win that, which to me, if they are the cause, then they should not have been acquitted if it was an opportunity to win in a civil case. But I don't understand the whole process. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because it's not so much to me that the state tried to acquit them or make sure that they're found not guilty. They look at our lives completely different. These are being called children in the media, young men or children, but then they will victimize the victim. It's like they don't have the same value. They will say, the jury or whoever will say, well, they have their whole life ahead of them and they're promising. There's a young man right now who just was acquitted of essaying 2 young girls, and the reason was because he has a promising future. And so many times that's how their children is looked at, is they have a promising future. They made a mistake, but ours is demonized and excuses made. Like they tried to say that he was drinking alcohol. All of them was drinking alcohol. So why is that an argument? He didn't come back. So if alcohol was an issue, none of them should have came back. Or if those came back and they were drinking alcohol, he should have been coming back. So it's just the value that people place on the lives of people of color. And it's very, very sad, because if you look, just like Great Vice just said, YT means a certain thing on social media, and immediately Miss Tam said, oh, I didn't know that. I thought I was being political. We are so passionate. We are so loving. We want to do things in the right manner. We don't want to offend. We're so quick to want to invite people to the cookout. We're so quick to want to embrace, everybody. There's so many white people that say that they were raised by black people and they was embraced by black people, even when their own family didn't treat them well. So it's just baffling to me how our lives, our children's lives just don't mean anything to them. And it's very frustrating. And so I don't look at this as somebody purposely hurt him. I look at it as they want to get these boys off because in their mind they have such bright futures, or it's covered up. I believe it's a cover up. And whatever the case is, I believe it's a cover up because they don't want these children or these young people to pay the consequences behind it.
So we try. So yeah, true. I'm just right now at Pamela. You know that we're on a journey. We're trying to figure out who's calling the shots.
Yeah, I think that, well, I know your nose itself gonna uncover that, so I ain't worried about that. But I know you're gonna get to the bottom of that. But I don't know. I just said I arrived late, so I missed some stuff. Yeah, yeah, but I had a hall pass. I had an excuse, so I'm not worried about you.
That's all right.
But
That's all
anyway,
right. It was a lot, because the panel is center around what we've learned tonight so far with all the information that was produced on tonight. Yeah, it's a lot.
well, now I did see, I did come in about an hour ago, so I've
That
been
was
here
around
about.
the ending of when I brought up Brandon. You came in around the time when I was talking about Brandon and Turning
Yeah,
Point. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah, you gotta go watch the replay. Just hold tight. Golden, how you doing?
Hey, I
Hey,
don't know if Nurse Skit was here before me, if she spoke yet.
I don't know. Nurse, have you spoken yet? Five, four, three, two, one. I do not like dead spots. All right, go ahead, Golden.
So, a couple of things I think I've learned. I had minimal knowledge of this Dixie slash cornbread mafia from another case, but I think it's interesting, the TP Association. Now that, it kind of boggles your mind when you go down that rabbit hole and discover just how many connections they have to other large organizations, and I think you really may have hit it on the head that that's why they allegedly reached out to Tatum with his association with that organization. It makes sense. Um, I think the other thing I took away from this when learning about this Southern Mafia is, and what I feel is a big point that everybody is missing, is that this is not, it's not about race to me. These people have been doing this for how long? I didn't even write down the date from when we watched about the unaliving of those two white people. And so to me, it comes, you always think about a cover up and you think like, okay, well, these people have money. What I've learned is it turns out it's so much more than just money. It's going back so far. Somebody just said 259 years. So, yeah, if it's a cover up, it's because of their association and because, of course, they want to protect their own children. I don't think it's what we have all led to, what we've been led to believe, that this is solely because Nolan was a black child or a young black man. If it was, a white child, would we be looking at the same thing? It's just,
Well, I mean, I haven't gotten a hunch that this is racially motivated. I haven't picked that up, but I thought it was very important that when we talked about Eli, this gentleman right here,
yeah,
um, that was traveling with them out there to Horn Island, that we had to understand, the connections that he have with his grandfather, great grandfather, you know,
right,
um, how wealthy they were, where they was, and because again, Warren brought up the house. He said we didn't stop by the my buddy's grandparents' house first.
right,
So
right.
what made you say that? Why was that important?
And yeah, and to lay such clarification on it, and like, oh, we had to do that because they had to put the plug back in. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all it takes is that one person to be connected to that little organization, and now everybody's gonna be involved because they're gonna protect that one kid. So now all of them got to be involved in it. But yeah, it's definitely you have taken me down a filthy little rabbit hole, and it's interesting for sure. I didn't know all of the history of this alleged organization, and yeah, so interesting for sure.
No, it's no problem.
I
You
have
know,
a
even
question.
hold on one second. Even with the what you call that? What we watched on yesterday and day before the Dixie Mafia, and how the
Yeah,
Dixie Mafia ties with the political aspect of things and how big it was, and you know
right.
how they had their hands in so many things, and you better keep your motherfucking mouth shut, right? Or your ass gonna come up missing. Megan, thank you so much
Well,
for the love you. That's why I went into depth with Eli, his grand folks, because of his ties. His, you know, when he served on the board with the governor, Mr. Finch, right here, that we see here in this
right.
photo. So again, when I went down that rabbit hole with him, I said, okay, well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea that. So I knew of like the lower end of the. I've heard it referred to also as the cornbread mafia. So I knew about like the not the people necessarily in positions of power and the lower ones, the rug dealers and stuff like that. But so I am, yeah, completely engulfed in learning and just how many in higher positions were involved with this, possibly are still involved with this.
We'll see. We'll see. Again,
Right,
everything that we're saying, y'all, it's allegedly and it's a lie.
right. Yeah, I'm a
Uh,
liar.
yeah, I'm a lie too. TikTok, how
Let
you
me.
doing? Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry. Hold on,
doing
hold on,
good.
hold on. TikTok, hold on. Go ahead, Pamela. Was that you real quick?
Yeah, I have a question,
Go
and
ahead.
so I know that there have been threats made. Now,
Allegedly.
what? Well,
Well,
didn't they say they arrested some people?
we still have to say allegedly.
Oh Lord! But okay, allegedly there have been threats made.
Hmm.
Now, if the one of the people, the judge, threats were made allegedly to her, and that would make sense to me if one of the people on the boat wasn't a relative of hers, then I can see them saying, you know, or she tried over those type of cases. So I'm not understanding why she would be getting a threat, because what she's not going to say anything allegedly anyway that's going to incriminate her child,
Well,
or that's.
we don't know who she's connected to.
But
That's
we
the
do
whole
know
reason.
she's connected to one of her children. One of her children, her stepchildren, was one of the people,
Well,
one of the people on
yes.
the boat.
So, yes, but what I'm saying, this is the
Yes.
reason why I did today's live the way I did, is because of the connections on the political side, right? How people are connected to governors and judges and the whole political arena.
Mhm.
So again, we don't know these people that made these threats, who she may know that they know, hey, you better keep your mouth shut. We don't know.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Why would they even have to say keep your mouth shut if one of the people is her children?
I
You
can't.
don't have to tell me to keep my mouth shut if my children is looked at as possibly involved. So is this just weird to me? I think that's a distraction. And then another thing is, from allegedly the people that the threats came from, there are certain things that we don't do as a community. There's just certain things that we just don't do. Not and that's one of them.
Right.
We don't make public threats and do other. So something is
That's
just muddy in the
fine.
water. But yeah, that's just really baffling me. And I know that, like I said, I know you're gonna get to it. You're gonna get to the bottom of it. But that is something to think about as to why that would be. And who else was? And his mother, Nolan's mother was threatened. But besides, are those the only two people that threats were made against?
No, the reason why I'm focused on the that again, one of the reasons why I'm going down this rabbit hole. Yes, the mother allegedly was threatened. the friends of the mother. The mother of the friends was threatened. That's the judge, and also the police department out there was threatened. So again, I'm asking myself why, you know, why they why they decide to come out with this news. The police
Mhm.
department, hey, you better shut the fuck up. The mother of the friends, that's a judge. Again, allegedly, she may be connected to some people that know some people. Again, we don't know. That's the reason why we're
Mhm.
wondering. This right here is a whole lot bigger than all of us may think it is. Okay,
Yes.
and I'm trying to be careful on how I put this information out. Uh, because if somebody tries something over here, we going down together. Tell you that right
Mhm.
now. We going down together. You hold tight, Pamela. TikTok, how you doing? Yeah, we definitely
I'm
going down
good.
together.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
This kind of puts me in the mind of what happened in Atlanta with Stacey Abrams and things like that, because all of a sudden I think they allegedly sent Tatum down there, to surface the land. You know how you used to send people out to scout the land out? Because when I asked the question to Google, was any of the kids involved in this being represented by any of the political parties? And they said yes, by DT's attorney, 45, 47.
I'm gonna get into that
And
tomorrow.
no, I'm not gonna step in it. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
telling
got you.
you how the reason why I said that, because
Well,
I
his
go
ex
ahead.
attorney. It was an ex attorney.
It says he represented past tense, because
Yeah.
now he doesn't need him, but he was a part of his team. But what
Right.
I'm saying to you is, who you were talking about, the Dixie Mafia, is also, they have connections to ATL.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
I
ma'am.
remember when Stacey had won the election. And to go back to Warren's mom, she had a birthday party 3 weeks prior to this, and the mayor was there.
Yep.
So I'm saying, like, this seems like, okay, if you look at it, it could incite a race war. But when you look at it at the same time, this is midterms, right?
That's right.
They're coming up, right?
Hmm.
You look at this, I'm not saying it, but this kind of feels like deja vu with what happened to ATL. Somebody came through, they surfaced it. The next thing you know, political people are getting involved. The next thing you know, the same person that was running for the seat of governor was already holding a position that was overvoting, and they never removed him. And it just seems as though they're about to make it become a political thing.
Well, that's what it's all about. This is why social media is pushing these types of topics. One is because look at it like this. So we dealt with the lady
Yeah,
that
and
had
now
her
the governor.
child unalived by the police, and they was trying to turn that into something racial. And of course, that was alongside with Carmela Anthony. They would and they were trying to make that all out race war. And now we're dealing with this, and then now what's going around social media now is a lady that was found unalive, hung from a tree out in
A tree,
Mississippi.
yeah.
So again, well,
And
I
then
I
they get
understand
rid
the
of Haiti
political side.
people.
Yeah, I get the political side. That's why I don't get caught up in all that stuff. We talk about a story, we want to get to the bottom of it, and we move forward. That's why I don't do racial slurs and all that bullshit over here.
Right.
I don't do that.
But you're on the right spot, because they're tying together. It's almost like a puzzle. You can't make one piece fit yet. It's just not fitting. However, we can push it in the back of our heads, allegedly. So allegedly what I see now is money has went above and beyond, because it's going to take above and beyond. And I want to thank you and all of the social media people that will not let this case die.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all listen, y'all say my volume is low on YouTube. I'm looking at my volume level and it's peaking. That volume is up there. Who the hell is it? It's up
It
there.
was kind of low. It was kind of like I had the volume all the way up on my phone, and I
Is it still
could
low?
barely. I don't know. I'm not over there. Don't ask me that.
No, I thought you was watching on your TV. That's why I asked.
No.
Yeah, I'm looking at my volume, and the volume is fine. Because I don't want to cut it up too loud, because you're gonna get feedback. So let me do this right here. Let me do a little rotation. No, I think y'all are fine. If somebody else is trying to come up, you
I
say
got
it's
a
I'll
loud.
drop.
question
Can I
too,
just say
Great
one thing
Vibes.
and I'll drop?
Y'all say I got you. Y'all say it sound low on TikTok. It shouldn't. My volume is low.
TikTok sounds good.
It sounds fine.
TikTok is
Yeah.
fine. I got a question too, and then you can drop me for sure. I do want to ask a question really.
All right,
That's
go ahead.
important for me to put it together. Okay, so the CETO call, I don't know if we say allegedly about that,
Mm-hmm.
but the young man who made that call, when they talked to the chief, and the chief said, I just spoke to the grandfather, was that the same young man who was making the call? Was that his grandfather? And if so, who was that young man making the call?
Y'all tell me.
Who was supposed to be on the phone calling?
I'm gonna see
And
if y'all
who,
been paying attention. Y'all tell me.
because that's what's going to help me go back down
Allegedly
my own
Wyatt.
rabbit hole.
Allegedly Wyatt.
So that was allegedly Wyatt making the call on making the CETO call, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
the grandfather in that's referred to, uh, who's the grandfather? Because it's not. I'm just not assuming that it's Wyatt's grandfather. Whose grandfather is it?
Wyatt's. Allegedly.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I'm still a little clueless, but I'm gonna go and kind of put these pieces back together because that's where I'm a little lost, and I need to get it tied together for me.
Yeah, we going up against some very wealthy people that they have connections. They have connections. All right. If you open up your mouth, that's your ass.
Right.
Allegedly,
Right.
allegedly that was Nolan saying, "Give me my phone,"
Mandela,
and allegedly
how do you
he had
unblock
captured.
me so I talk?
He had
I think the narrator blocked me because I already spoke.
Okay. Are you still on there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay.
But
what
that
I was.
right there.
Hold on, who is that?
Blessings.
Okay, hold on. Okay, moderator, I got it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I was saying that allegedly that was Nolan asking for them to give him his phone, and that perhaps something was captured on that phone, which piggies back to what Pam was saying. Why in the world was the judge, which is Warren's stepmama, threatened? Well, we know because of what she did with Camille Anthony case, allegedly, number one. And number two is that they said that she was allegedly there and he had captured something accidentally on the phone.
Who is they?
I can't tell you who the they is.
You can't come up here
But
just saying they.
I
That's why
use
why
they
when I
because
that's
I
why when I
wasn't there.
yeah,
You see
okay
what I'm
then.
saying?
You can't say that then. That's why because I
But
may have a few questions for you. If you
I'll
tell
send it to you.
please send it to me so I can research
Okay.
it, because again, and that's why I be telling people, I don't want to hear nothing about what they said. Tell me what you know, right?
There's a lady named Bree, the one that she had to call the sheriff because allegedly, and we saw it, they did threaten her and the sheriff came to her house. She
Okay.
has a video up.
Yep.
She's also the one that lives there, that went to Horn Island.
I'm familiar
She
with
got
her.
her own page. Right. Well, she got threatened. The sheriff came to her house and everything. She showed where every place was and the houses were. And she come up, she comes up with, these are all other people's theories, like you tell us on here. We're piecing it together over here ourselves. And so she showed where the house where they went to have the swimming party and eat, where he talked to the father. Well, Wyatt talked to the girl's father upstairs, and when he went downstairs, he heard them talking about Nolan, and then he asked where was he
Hold
at.
on, no, Warren is the one that went upstairs to talk to the father. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was saying she showed us the house.
Oh, she
So then
did.
Yes, she showed us where the party was at.
Okay.
And then she said that, now this is why I'm saying they, because I don't know, because she said that she believed Nolan caught something on his phone, allegedly concerning the stepmom, Warren's stepmom. And that's why he was like, give me back my phone.
Well, you know what? You know this right here. By the time that's why I tell y'all we gotta walk this, right? We gotta walk and try to piece this shit together. Because again, I'm tired. I'm tired of looking at platforms that's talking about this topic. TikTok, I know you tired. Why the hell your name TikTok?
Behind the scene.
Well, you
I
always
told you that
behind
once
something. I
before.
know, and I'm gonna go keep asking. Your ass always behind something. Uh,
I sent you something in your inbox anyway.
what you sent me?
And I sent you that video of her. And I sent you what Google said about the attorney.
Okay.
You know, I always send you my evidence.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. And a lot and again, y'all, Miss Ty, thank you so much. Charleston, thank you. Chrissy, thank you. Chrissy, thank you. Charleston, thank you. Hell, all of y'all, thank you. Um, again, the information that y'all are sending me is it's not like it's a plug and play. It's a time where I got to plug in this information that you send me because again, I'm going to go back and so I have to make the connections, right? When I set up these lives. However, on tonight, even by me talking about this and showing this, y'all listen, I've learned a lot. And I'm glad that most of us are going down this rabbit hole because now we can, it's like a bird's eye view, right? We won't be so shocked on, oh, it's an undetermined death. Oh, oh my goodness, we would never know what happened to Nolan. Well, we got to talk about the mindset of the people that's behind this, right? Because all the thing y'all gonna do is go to the next story. So y'all will talk about how we could prevent it. Understand the mindset. BG.
Oh no, I didn't have anything. I'm just up here conducting traffic.
Can you run the panel real quick? Because if you don't mind,
I got it.
and
I got it.
y'all, please, no blank spots, no blank spots.
All
Let's
right.
keep this going.
We'll stay on topic. Who was just talking? Was that Miss Pam? That was Miss TikTok. Okay. Golden, did you have a chance to? So I'm gonna go from me down. So Miss TikTok, I think it was you that just got done.
Yeah, you can go
So
to the next person.
okay. So Golden, do you have anything?
Yes, ma'am. I just had two more things.
Okay.
My first one is just a statement. I think that race is the greatest tool that they use as distraction for us not to pay attention to what's really happening. And then my last thing, and if you want to drop me, B. Jenny, I'll go back to YouTube. If you could tell GV that anytime I put in the YouTube chat the website address for the merch or his CA name, his Cash App name, that it deletes the comment. So I'm just not going to try anymore in case it's causing an issue. But just let them know that they're not letting me post that stuff over there.
Okay, I'll make a note of it right here. No
yes,
problem.
ma'am. And if you could drop me.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my notes and my panel is moving down. So I'm trying to see who was up. Was Blessing? Were you next?
Yes, I've
Okay, go ahead.
enjoyed the show. Y'all can drop me because I've already said what I had to say about the same thing happening 40 years ago all the way up until now. And the same thing when they have money, they can make all these money moves and stuff and do like they want to do and run this country the way they want to run it. But the racism still goes on.
Absolutely.
So basically, this is what I've seen. Like I said, I'm an older woman and I've seen this before. I've lived it. So I explained my whole story about how I had the tragic murder by 3 white boys the same way and they got acquitted. But we found a law by researching define a law called the Petite Law that never been used on American the 4 times in the history of America. If a man is violated in a public facilities, the civil rights was violated. In 1980, that's how we got these guys put in prison. We solved it. We probably won't even see a documentary on it until we're no longer here on Earth, because you don't
Okay.
hear about crimes in the
Right.
80s.
Right. Okay. Let's
So
and
basically, that's what interests me with this case, because it was so much the same.
okay. All right, I understand. All right.
Okay,
Well, thank you
thank
so
you.
much for that.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. It was blessing. Okay. Is that Miss Tam?
Yes, ma'am. Hey.
All right.
So last
Hey, go
thing,
ahead.
thank you so much. The last thing I would like to just close with is no matter who you are, I feel, can embrace your heritage, your culture. And when it comes down to it, it's about doing what's right or wrong. And
Right.
in this case, with this young man, if you see something, say something. Otherwise, it it's it just doesn't look good, and I just hate that for his mom, and and is just, again, just so important to do what's right. It's kind of coming down to a right and wrong, more so though, even more so than a race issue, whether it is
Right.
want to discussed as a race issue or not. I mean, clearly it is because of him being the minority, literally in number, as well as in that situation. Nobody's not smart about the whole thing, and wanting answers is the least that they can do to to
Right.
to
Right.
get some closure to this for this
So,
family. Thank you for
so,
having me.
no
Oh, go
problem. So
ahead.
let me say this right quick. One of the things that is of real value here is like at the beginning of the live, when GV said, "Let's make sure we take notes." If you kind of go back and focus on, so we want to take our feelings out of it, and if we push race to the side for just a minute and just kind of deal with the facts, you will start to see how these dots begin to connect. And race at some point is going to play a part in it, just because of the parameters, just because of who the kid is and who the people that are involved. But one thing that we a thing that I picked up, even talking about like the judge and how she's related and how the tip line goes to this judge's office or whatever. So if tips come in that don't align with her, what happens?
Mm-hmm.
So
Bias.
so
It's
it
biased.
Right. But what I'm trying to get at is that it's so much coming down the pipeline. So we're going to have to walk this thing through with GV step by step, because I'm already jumping ahead too far, and then I got to stop and go back and say, okay, wait a minute, I missed something, because I'll see a connection, and I was like, no, I can't figure out how that works, and I have to go back. So the way that GV is walking it through is going to help us truly understand what's to come. And so and pay attention. Some things are going to be coming down the pipeline. So thank you so
True
much.
indeed. Thank you as well. Have a good evening.
No, you too. All right, Miss Pamela. No, hold on. It's the guy, someone at the top. Is it Tambry?
Hi, yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I just have one thing to say, really. I live in Mississippi, and I noticed kind of shortly after Nolan, he was discovered, our governor got online and did a conference. I guess they asked him about what he thought and everything, but he mentioned that he was really good friends with the sheriff of I think it's Sheriff Ledbetter, and it really got me thinking. We want to talk about how it starts from where everything stems from, and I'm just curious to know if there's any connections with the governor and the guys that were mentioned earlier as well, because it would make sense to me.
All right, so to that, I'm going to say stay tuned. Pay attention.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it like that, and just pay attention to what's coming down the pipeline, to what GV is saying. Just a general statement here is that they said there's 6-7 degrees of separation in anything, right? If you dig deep enough and do enough research and you start to see those connections, oh boy. So, we're talking about the South. Yes, we're talking about Mississippi. You're also talking about how we're still because I'm in Georgia, so we're in the South, how the good old boy network never really went away. It's never going to go away. So, I'm just saying, take your notes, keep your ears on. And as a reminder for everybody else, final exams, no midterms are next week. So you will be quizzed on all this stuff that you're learning. Write it down. Per GV, he said we was going to have final exams and midterms. So I guess that's why he want us to write it down and study. So, All right. Pamela, did you have anything else? Uh-oh. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't want nobody saying that. Hey, this is what GV said. That's why I made it clear. I ain't say shit.
Well, that's what.
I ain't say nothing. I appreciate that, B. Jeannie.
No, all I said was that final exams and midterms are next week, and they need to take notes.
Most
So,
definitely. Most
yeah,
definitely.
got it.
Most definitely.
All right.
Nikki, thank you so much for the love you. She also said the ripple effect. I like that. I like that. You say you're going to fail. You done missed a lot. Well, again, we just trying to figure out what was the reason behind these threats, right? Why was this agenda being pushed? Why did Warren make that statement? And again, I played the video. We didn't stop by my buddy's grandparents' house first. What made you say that? So again, we're going to walk it through. He said they was going 45 knots when they left the island. They was hauling ass back to land. We didn't go by my buddy's house first. So we're gonna walk. We're gonna walk that GPS coordinate. Why did you stop by there? All right, that's what we're doing. We're gonna walk it out. Even though they was on the boat, we're gonna walk it out because most of us can't swim. All right. So again, no, Gina, no, because right now we at 3 hours and 3 minutes. I don't want to push too much information. All right, cool. Watch this right here. Jenny, can you let those two people that's coming that want to come up? All right, pop quiz.
My phone's frozen. I'm trying to get my keys here frozen.
Thank you so much, TikTok, for throwing that galaxy. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, pop quiz very quickly.
Was there somebody else that wanted to come up, that was trying to come up, or was just Candy and?
Yeah, that was it. That's all I saw so far. All right,
Okay.
y'all. Who is this individual right here? Put it in the chat. Who is this?
Can I say?
Okay. Oh no, y'all. I'm letting the chat do it because I know y'all know the answer to it. Just letting the chat do what the chat does. Somebody's grandpa.
Who's grandpa? Oh, I see it.
Okay. All right. Y'all said okay, so y'all are referring to him. This guy right here. Okay, y'all see my cursor? Who is he? Who is Eli? Who is Eli? What is his connection? Right here. I see one. I see one of the answers in the comments. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all are putting it inside the chat. All right. Who is who is he? Who is Russ Latino? Who is he and what is his connection? Okay, y'all said Bart's lawyer. This is Bart's
Some people are
family.
paying attention.
His family
Family attorney. Yeah.
defamation attorney. Okay, the family. All right, not just him, it's the family. All right. Um, I'm not going to bring it up. What was one of the companies? What company did Russ work for? Back in the early 2000s, right, like 2019, 2020. No, in the early 2000s. What company did he work for that funded an organization, a certain organization? What company?
American for
The
Prosperity.
company. Y'all be quiet. Panda, you got to be quiet. I need to see who's paying attention. What's the name of the company he worked
I
for?
covered my mouth.
Well, I'm just trying to,
Pamela and Candy cheating. They trying to give the answers.
yeah, I'm just trying to keep the chat going because the views dropped down
Yeah.
because the chat slowed down.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I see one. One person got it. It's not turning point, y'all. Listen to the question. What company did he work for? What nonprofit company did he work for? Okay, there y'all go. That funded a certain organization. What is the name of the organization that the company he worked for funded? What is the name of that organization?
Did you tell us that?
Come on, y'all. I'm trying. Yeah, I did, Candy. Chat. Was y'all paying attention? It's on a few people put it in the chat, and I'm doing this for when people they watch the replay, they can pull clips. It's Turning Point.
Oh.
That's what we showed right here. That's what we show right here.
Oh. It's fine. Okay.
Okay. And who was connected to Turning Point? That's out there running his mouth on the case. There you go. Taylor. And then we talked about him.
What are you taking?
Because we kept asking. We kept asking. We kept asking. Now again, all this stuff we just said it could be completely false. Completely false. Why did Tatum make it his mission to go down there to clear those boys' name? Whether he knew they was guilty, they knew anything, or they were innocent. His job was to go out there and clear those boys' name. The connection. Y'all, the connection. The connection, the connection, the connection. It could allegedly it's all about who you know. when Tatum served up under Charlie Kirk, what was his title at Turning Point USA? Tatum served as the director of urban engagement for the conservative action group Turning Point USA. All right. So that right there was a quick pop quiz for you all to see if y'all was paying attention. All right. Now I know I gave y'all some of this in a nutshell, but this shit took a while to put together. All right. Go ahead, Candy. I do apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
I just wanted to know exactly what the chat know, because I'm pulling out some old stuff I used to do years back when I had a huge chat. It's all about keeping the engagement, right?
I think I made like an 80 on that test.
Oh, I got you. She said an 80. So we about to bring up Nicole, Golden Rule, and she go cuss me off for saying her name wrong. Laneme. Boy, I'm going to hell. So we're going to go to Nicole first. When it finally load up, whenever it gets in here. Okay, so while that's loaded in, let's go into Miss Lam. Boy, she gonna cuss me out. Lamine.
Boy, she gonna cuss me out.
Golden, you got a echo. Laneme. Okay, I don't know if she knows she's up here. Golden Rule, go ahead. You had an echo.
Is it still echoing?
I think you fine now. Go ahead.
I just have one more question. Excuse me. Do we know on their route from Horn Island back to the mainland, which would have come first, the original dock that they left from, or Eli's grandfather's house?
I have to pull up that information.
Okay. I just didn't know if you knew or not. You could drop me again.
I don't want to put out false information over the internet. I am Dory. How you doing? Is there something going on with TikTok tonight? I am Dory. All right. Okay. All right. So you said not. I didn't say limited. See, y'all be trying to start shit. I did not say boy, I'm going to hell. Tammy, how you doing? Listen, Stella, I appreciate that. Y'all encourage people to go back and watch the replay to this live. All right. How long I've been live? For 3 hours and 14 minutes. So I'm finna let TikTok go, Jeannie go, and then Candy go, and then we're gonna close the live out. TikTok, go ahead. It's an open panel.
Oh, okay. I just want to say we're doing good connecting the dots. I also want to let you know that I want to send you some more information, because there's no way that amount of people on each boat was taken out. And I sent you a close-up showing that Nolan was in the water. So we already know that their timestamps are off, and that no one had a phone and didn't see anything. Bree got in her car and drove around to every place. The bridge, there's a restaurant there. There is another docking station. Beside it, they have a restaurant. They all had cameras.
They did. I showed that video earlier in the live.
And so it's just a matter of time. This is my fear. I'm just gonna say my fear. My fear is I've seen it happen in ATL, and my fear is I just pray that they don't try to shake a foundation to prove a point, and that would be the good old boy regime point. And thank you, and y'all have a good night.
TikTok, I got you, and I'm going to go through this information. 'Cause look like you said, okay, because I got it. I hate when they say we care about your safety media file. Sometimes can contain sensitive content. Well, shut up. Thank you, TikTok. I got it. I got everything.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, thank you, sweetheart. Can BJ, anything you would like to say?
I just in generally wanted to thank the chat. For the most part, everybody was respectful, paying attention to what was going on, and those things are important. So we're watching the engagements here, and also understand if we pay attention specifically, you will see how the dots start to line up. Like I said, when they say 6-7 degrees of separation, it's if you dig deep enough, you'll find it. And GV, you slick mother effer, I know what you're doing. I know where you're going. I see you. Thank you. I won't tell though. It's our secret. All right. Good night.
Thank you, BG. Texas baby, don't start that crap. Don't start that crap. Reflective Lion, thank you so much for the hanging lights. Candy, go ahead.
All right, I won't take long, but I was listening to someone like local that cut Nolan's hair when he was younger, and shoot, my phone's going off, and
Whoa.
he was
You ain't talking about that guy with the beard, right?
yeah. Did you see him?
You see I'm looking at you?
Yeah.
Don't believe everything you hear.
No, I'm not believing everything I hear.
Okay.
But listen, so he was talking about somebody playing baseball. So that's Eli, right?
Eli. I don't think I dealt with that.
Well, you showed a picture. You showed a picture a while ago that he was in a baseball uniform,
Okay.
and because he said he went to eat with one of the daddies of a baseball player. Anyway, my point is,
I'm not with him. You know, he made a comment, and kind of find out. You know, because I debunked the hell out of him. He was trying to attach himself to something that he didn't have no idea what he was attaching himself, to, because he just wanted the clout. He lied several times, so I completely
I
just stopped
figured,
listening to him.
yeah. I can't even remember who he was even talking to. But anyway, he was talking about one of the, I don't know how many boys were the baseball players, but you showed Eli and he was in a baseball uniform, and it clicked that Eli was one of the boys on the team, one of the boys on the boat that was a baseball player. And so that got me thinking, okay, are all of these boys like college, like went to school like on degrees for like either football, college? I know they said Art was maybe heading to the NFL. All these boys had like supposedly, futures or whatever.
That's a good question. I hear what you're asking. Did a lot of them was, some of them have a promised future in
Right.
sports?
Is that, could that be, I mean, I'm not saying is that the cover up, but is that going to be one of the major cover ups, because like you don't want to ruin Bart's career. You don't want to ruin the baseball career. I mean, I'm not saying that's.
Well, allegedly, the coach came out and spoke, about Bart. And again, allegedly, everything I'm saying is allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly, it's stopping potential you know, good players to show interest in that particular. They don't want to
Of
share
course.
space, you know, it because I'm going to talk about all that. So,
Right.
but everybody else, I don't know with their connection. I haven't heard anything. The only thing we
Right.
heard about is Bart.
Right. I've not heard a thing about Eli until that man said something. He said something about him being a baseball player, and then you showed his picture, and I was like, ding dong,
Right.
that is who that man was talking about. Because he never said his name. He just said one of the guys was a real good baseball player, and then he showed his picture, and I said, that's Eli.
Yeah, I just when that man, because I saw y'all in the comments ask who put him up to it. I could be wrong, but yeah, he I don't trust nothing that comes out of his mouth. Nothing.
The blonde man with the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
I
one that
only
said he
saw
was
the one.
close to the family, and that they don't even know who the hell he is.
Yeah, he says that he went to the goes to the gym with the dad or the stepdad or
Don't
one
even
of
know who the
them.
fuck he is.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't.
Coming out here lying and shit.
I just heard the one interview, and that's the one I heard about the guy that played baseball, and I hadn't heard anything about him on the boat. And then when you play that tonight, I was like, oh my God. So that's why I was asking. Okay. That's all I was gonna ask.
Oh, you okay? I mean, again, that's a good question. Did they have any ties with the professionals? Had a promising future. And is there a reason why they trying to stay hush hush? So that's a valid question. That's a valid
Yeah.
question. It's to protect their future careers. I'm just trying to mute some noise that's in the background.
That's fine. That's fine.
So Texas baby, thank you for the love. Candy, thank you so much for coming up.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. Listen, everybody that's here, again, if you see the follow button at the top of your screen, please click that follow button right now. Click it. I will be dropping 3 videos in the next hour. So make sure you check TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. And speaking, of Facebook, let me show y'all something. Speaking of that platform, I know you motherfucking lying. I didn't put it on no damn. The fuck is it gonna say Apple? I didn't say that. I didn't. I didn't. Okay. All right. Let's see if it worked now. Okay. So right here, y'all, I'm still trying to grow this channel. Why is it? Okay. So y'all know I'm trying. I just started this the Great Vibes on 10 Facebook. And earlier last week we was at 100 and was that 100 and I think it was like 131 followers. Y'all excuse the noise in the background. 131 followers, and I've been posting like crazy over there, so we was able to get up. Hell, we're almost at 2,000 followers. Okay, almost at 2,000 followers. Boy, this has been one hectic night. So again, just make sure that y'all follow, go over there, go in the comments, the videos that I've been dropping over there. And I'm gonna show y'all how good God is. The videos that I've been dropping over there. Let me go. Let me hit this. If you could see the views, like I just dropped that yesterday. We got what? Almost 6,000 views on that. What's that? Uh, almost 4,000 views. Y'all can see it over there to the left. And then we have, look at this one right here, 41,000 views. And these are videos I just posted in the last, 9 days? 17,600 views, 4,000 on that video, 15,000 on that video, 2,000 on that one, 29,000, almost 30,000 on that, 1,000 on that, 4.3 thousand. This one right here got 46.9 thousand views. 1.7 thousand, 34,000, 36,000, 32,000, and the list goes on. So I'm trying to grow that platform over there. So when we do go live over there by the end of this month, we can have a good crowd over there. So yeah, so we're pushing over there, and yeah. Again, thank y'all for y'all support. Reflective Lion, thank you for the hand hearts and also for the roses. Did anybody hit the gift gallery today? Matter of fact, speaking of the gift gallery, this is what, Friday? Okay, let me give a shout out to these people real quick. Simply, she lit up the roses. Miss Michelle lit up the fireworks. The Lioness lit up the whales. Miss Michelle lit up the swans. Kiki, you lit up the hand hearts. Texas Bay lit up the money guns. Cuz lit up the galaxies. Kiki lit up the donuts. Nikki lit up the corgi. Candy, that's where you got that from. Candy Cane, you lit up the Forever Rosa. You also lit up the hearts. Maggie, you lit up the hat and mustache. So y'all, we got Leon the Kitten, Flying Jets, Wolf, Future City, Interstellar, Leopard, Party On and On, Castle Fantasy, and also the Lion. So y'all, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 11 more to go by the end of Sunday. Okay. You say you did a Galaxy. Normally, so how it works is you got to go over there to the gallery and you got to complete it. Like if you want to throw, if like right now I'm looking at Leon the Kitten. It needs 2 to light it up. You have to go where it say claim title. When you hit that, it's gonna do it times 2 and it's gonna light your name up. If you throw 1, it's not gonna light it up. You know what I mean? Like somebody threw one of the Leon the Kitten and it's not gonna give you credit for that unless you throw both of them. You see what I'm saying? So if you go in there, you will see it. You'll see it yourself. All right. So again, everything that y'all been doing so far, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Y'all know what I mean. I really appreciate it. And y'all been paying attention tonight. Y'all really been paying attention tonight. And I thank y'all. Chrissy Lee, thank you for your hand hearts. Wow. Y'all, again, I think I may go live twice tomorrow. 1 in the morning and also 1 in the evening. If I do decide to go in the morning, it's going to be around 11 a.m., 12 o'clock p.m. Central. Then I probably run like a 3-hour live and then go back again between 6:30 and 7. Because again, I'm trying to throw out a lot of information about this Nolan Wells. Who is that? Who is the HNIC? All right. Other than that, moderators, thank y'all so much. Everybody on YouTube, thank you so much. And I have to end this because I need to figure out what the hell is going on with YouTube and all the other channels. All right. You said I missed it tonight. I was in church. I need to stay after class to catch up. You go back and watch it on YouTube. I'm trying to catch up on YouTube when I miss it. Yeah, just go over there. Go over there, get caught up. Stop personalities. Yeah, I Miss T. We at the end. We've been live for about 3.5 hours. Well, listen, y'all take care. I know y'all want me to stay, but I have to fix these other platforms. All right. See why I'm getting an error code from going live, and it's something with the system. Okay. You said what's the YouTube channel? It's Great Vibes on 10 on all platforms. All platforms is Great Vibes on 10. All right. Again, thank y'all so much for going over there. Listen, like I said, go over there and y'all please check out the replay. All right. Until next time, thank y'all so much. From all the top tappers, the top gifters, y'all should see the badges next to your name. Lulu, you at number 1. Candy, you at number 2. Big Gina, damn, Lulu is at 7,000 diamonds. Big Gina at number 3. Reflector, you at number 4. Queen Momo at 5. Then you got Simply, Nikki, Laura, Dee Dee, Shelly, Charcy, Ann, Pamela, Greer, Land, Letty, Queen Neil, Japan, Kayla, Crystal's Girl, Deborah, Rose, KK, Evangelist, and the list goes on. All of you all, from the heart meets to the shares to the likes, hell, just y'all being here. Thank y'all so much. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. You got any information? Great Vibes Tips at gmail.com. That sounds kind of crazy, but it's all right though. Great Vibes Tips. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, that sounds crazy within itself. Yeah, so Great Vibes Tips at gmail.com. It's nothing kosher about that. So again, y'all, I see y'all tomorrow. Y'all take care. Good night, everyone.
Great Vibes on 10. The Truth Seeker anthem.
Yeah. You know what time it is. Turn it up. Great Vibes. Great Vibes. Great Vibes on 10. Great Vibes. Great Vibes.
Walk in the room and the energy changes. Big personality, never basic. Confidence high, always bringing the fun. When he shows up, the party's begun. Mr. Clean Shining, yeah, you know the name. Bald head glowing like a Hall of Fame. He rolls his eyes every time that we say it, but deep down inside, we know he'll never trade it. Rub that shiny dome, make a wish, that's a scene. Everybody laughing, what's up, Mr. Clean? They call him a genie, yeah, that's routine. One little rub and you live in the dream. Then out of nowhere, surprise disguise. 2P comes out and the whole room cries. New look loading, what's next today? You never know what he's gonna display. 3 different headphones, always prepared. Different vibes for every moment shared. Music, research, or something brand new. He's got a setup for whatever he'll do.
Let the whole world know. Bring that energy everywhere we'll go. Great Vibes on 10. Turn it up again. That's the kind of vibe you can't pretend. Great Vibes on 10. Say it loud, say it proud. Bring it to and bring the crowd. From beginning to end, hit that replay, run it again.
Questions, always digging deep, looking for answers that others might keep. Not just the headlines, not just the noise. Searching for facts with a curious voice. Kicking the dots, putting pieces in place. Taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight. Searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way. Bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time. Looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when that moment arrives. The room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear